Hello and welcome to Blue Ring Rumble 3. I'm your commentator Olivia, and today I will be joined with...
Hello, I am MR Slap, also known as Mr. Slap. It is a pleasure to meet you, Olivia, and I'm very excited to get into these games today.
Indeed, Blue Ring Rumble 3 will serve as a primary seeding tournament for Oceanic Inc. Series, 10? So I think some of these Oceanic teams who are playing will have a lot more at stake than the more foreign teams do in this tournament.
Oh wow, that'll be great to see. That definitely gives them a whole lot more of a reason to put everything on the line for this tournament. So we are probably going to see some absolutely amazing gameplay coming from the teams today. I am very excited to get into this. What about you?
Oh, me too. Last time I commentated this tournament, we almost made it all the way to a bracket reset, which me and my co-commentator at the time were quite dreading. But no, the matches we had that we did commentate were very close, and we had like a comeback from one of the teams.
Well, that's actually insane. Like, we had a bit of a comeback in the last tournament that I did, which was just the other tournament Dapple did battling for this week. So that would be absolutely insane to see another comeback this week. But, honestly, it's all really to play for in tournaments like this, like, from one thing, like, I haven't been casting Splatoon too much. However, from the small bits that I have done, it's just proven to me how this game can switch in an instant. So you never know what to expect.
Yeah, especially with how Splatoon 3 is just so much more focused on just fast-paced play, and that a lot more slow-paced play is a lot less encouraged, just due to the nature of the games and the meta we're in right now.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, the meta that we have is just so quick-paced, as you said. So it's like it's always a joy to watch this game, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I absolutely love the pace that we've got. I love the game that we've got, and I love being able to cast a game like this. So, I wonder what we're going to be seeing first.
Indeed.
Yeah, how are you doing today then?
I'm doing quite well for myself, despite the scorching hot heat I am experiencing in Melbourne, because it is currently a good old toasty 31 to 32 degrees Celsius here.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. I'm sure the current weather where I am is absolutely abysmal, because I live in England and it is currently 7 o'clock in the morning, so it's probably cold as hell outside. So
I'd prefer that over this scorching hot heat right now.
I'm a big fan of scorching hot heat, not gonna lie. If I was in a Splatoon game, I would be in Splatoon 3 because every single map in that game looks like it's boiling hot, and I love it.
Oh my.
And they literally have like Scorch Gorge. Like, I would definitely want to just chill out on that stage.
This is, I think, where we beg to differ, because oh god, living in this kind of weather is just not great for me. But it seems like the match we'll be commentating eventually will be Krill Switch versus Suction Gups. I think these are two teams I don't think you've ever heard of before.
No, I haven't heard of these teams, but I'm very happy to hear of them because those are two incredible names. I love it when people put like fish puns in their names for these kind of teams because it's just so on brand for Splatoon. And Krill Switch is so good.
Oh yeah, Krill Switch has been quite a long-lasting team in terms of this OCE and Splatoon 3, because they've been around since the last Ocean Inc. series, and they've made quite the improvement since.
Ooh, okay, that sounds great.
Yep. Well, Suction Gups is a much more newer team for Oceanic Series 10, but it's comprised of experienced Splatoon 2 and 3 players who just haven't been playing for a good while.
Yeah, now I'm looking right here on the Battlefly, and it says that we've got Seed 7 Krill Switch versus Seed 8 Suction Gups. So those are very close in seeding.
Oh, indeed. I think this is going to be quite a close game.
Uh, we're just having a little bit of an issue getting in here.
It seems like our cameraman is having quite the issue of getting his camera into the game, so it seems like we will be keeping you guys company on this screen for a little bit longer than we hoped.
I do really like this screen though. Like, one thing that has blown me away from doing a lot of Splatoon events is just how well they're all produced online.
Oh yeah, indeed. Like, some of the production qualities of these streams just blow me away sometimes.
And I do like the blue ring octopus as the logo. Like, although, as I just mentioned about like teams having their like fish branding, and then I just see the blue ring octopus on the screen, blue ring rumble. That's really good. I just enjoy this community so much. It's so fun.
You know, fun fact, I actually influenced the name of this tournament when it was still in development. I was actually approached for some ideas for the name before it was settled on Blue Ring Rumble.
Oh wow, that's actually so sick. Oh, but it looks like we've got the map list coming up on the screen here. First off, we've got TC Mako Mart. Everybody loves Mako Mart.
I love Mako Mart, especially as a tri-slusher and machine man. I love this map to death. This is the map I always want to be playing on.
Yeah, no, it's just such a neutral map, and that I feel like everybody's just become accustomed to at this point. So yeah, no, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of good things. And one thing I do want to mention about tower control quickly, this game mode on Mako Mart, if you can get past that second checkpoint, it's so easy to snowball. Because that second checkpoint is probably one of the hardest checkpoints to get past in any map for TC. Just because of how the defenders have so many ways of attacking it.
Yeah, and just how narrow it is, and just gives like the attacking team just no way to really protect themselves from just every corner of the map.
Yeah, no, it's literally just like one of those checkpoints that you definitely just go, okay, we have all 4 of our specials. We all now. We just go in. Like, there's no other real chance that you have to get past it unless you just like burn everything. But that is what special usage about is in this game. Like, you just have to use them all in such a way that will get you past that checkpoint.
Yeah, indeed. And it seems like after Mako Mart, we'll be moving on to Museum Clams. Another, well-liked map and mode in Splatoon 3.
Yeah, no, like, genuinely, like, from a lot of people that I know who are mostly like low-level players, they don't really like Clamblitz too much, but that is probably one of the shining maps for it. But let's not talk about that anymore as we go into our first game.
Indeed, and it seems like both the teams have gone for an alternative cooler option that is not a zap.
Yeah, no, indeed, we are seeing the Dynamo Roller for Suction Gups and the Heavy Edit coming up for Krill Switch. Oh, look at that Dynamo Roller!
And it seems like the Dynamo Roller is going off on a roll, taking out the Krill Switch's shot, allowing their team to make it past towards the first checkpoint. It seems like Krill Switch will not be taken down so easily, taking out 2 members of Suction Gup, pushing them back. Their push.
I know they're already getting to this first checkpoint here, getting the lead, but barely, just very barely getting the lead, thanks to that pencil doing very good at defending and Suction Gups, and now getting slay after slay after slay, and have taken the tower back once more, and the only person you had up there was that Heavy Edit Splatling, as you then take the lead, and hopefully take the checkpoint for the Suction Gups.
And it seems like Killswitch is trying to counter with a cooler, but it seems like it did not go well with 2 of their members. I know 3 of their members now taking out by Suction Gups, allowing them to move on to the next checkpoint, dominating and not stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, no, and there you go, just throwing down the new and improved rain. But there we go, the Tri-Strike thrown onto the tower is going to get you off there instantly. And then you've really got, like, you can only run back if you're in that situation, because every other point of escape is covered by a defender. And now here you have James trying to get in, trying to deal with that pesky pencil that's standing there on that stack. And then we have Soda come out just once more.
It's like It seems like Krill Switch is pushing back Suction Gups, but it seems like the Dynamo is not letting Krill Switch do what they planned, pushing forward more and putting out the tactical to give their team a bit more fighting time. It seems like it is working, taking out 2 members of Krill Switch, allowing them to make another push.
You know, like, it's one of those things where, like, I see the Dynamo roll and I'm like, yeah, no, they're probably not going to have very much soda outage. That doesn't seem like the best weapon for building special. And then I see tons of soda comes out and I eat my words every single time I see a Dynamo roll.
I think especially with the mid-season patch improving its, I think, overall paint output just makes even more of a slightly more valid cool option compared to, you know, the more standard go-tos.
Yeah, no, that extra 10 special points for NZAP, that screwed me over. I love playing NZAP.
Oh no.
But here we have Suction Gups. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Imagine me being a Tri-Striker player, just seeing my poor baby getting nerfed to an outfit more and more.
Oh no. Honestly, I feel bad for that. Like, they did not deserve it. But do you know else? What is deserving right now? This point, this checkpoint, it might go to Suction Gups. Yes, it does. They get through it.
It seems like they're making it to the last checkpoint with 3 members down on the side of Krill Switch. This does not look good for them at all. And it seems like Suction Gups almost got the knockout, but it seems like Krill Switch managed to get back and wipe out all Suction Gups, giving them the opportunity to potentially take back the game.
This is absolutely insane. Krill Switch, like, flipped the switch of this game on an instant. That's what I was talking about earlier, about the game, like, this game just can be switched so easily, and it has been instantly switched now as Krill Switch jump into the mid to try and get some of that ink control up. There we go, James able to get 1 kill there with that Inkzuka, but they do lose out on the tower.
It seems like it's going to be quite hard for Krill Switch to take back the tower long enough to really get the lead back, because it seems like Suction Gups is providing quite the strong defense, not letting Krill Switch out back into mid, taking out 2 members of the team. So 3 with the Zuka, and it seems like it's going into the favor of Suction Gups.
Yeah, no, that was an absolutely incredible shot there, getting that second kill with the Inkzuka. Just perfectly arcing it over the stack and able to get a splat like that. That is very good aim, but it doesn't seem all for naught for Krill Switch right now, because Krill Switch are coming back, just getting splats. They're just staggering Suction Gups, getting one after another, and now they're jumping back on that tower, and 18 seconds left on the clock. This is your last breath if you're Krill Switch. You can only go this far now.
Ooh, and it seems like it didn't seize them quite quick enough, because it seems like Suction Gups shut them down right when they thought they were going to get the lead back. And it seems like it's going to end in the favor of Suction Gups.
Yeah, no, they just played so very well, conserving all of their specials for that checkpoint that I saw. I saw them throw multiple out to get past it, and they just played very, very well that game. They had a lot of ink control throughout the entire map, and I feel like their team composition there just really blended itself together to help get that W, because they did, like, that pencil put so much work, and I could see that pencil from behind just poking at them, with Krill Switch being unable to poke back just like it. So I feel like the map was kind of already won as soon as they got past that checkpoint.
Especially with all the off angles of Micromart, it really lended to just the Dynamo's just absolute dominance of the map, because it seems like Krill Switch did not have much AoE to really counter the Dynamo at all.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, a lot of people do talk bad about the Dynamo, but it's actually a very solid weapon pick, especially with now it has, you know, better soda output.
And then also, like, Wilds is just a very, very dedicated Dynamo main, so it's like just improvements and just the overall skill of just dedicating yourself to a singular weapon really, really makes you shine when you can play at your best.
Yeah, no, exactly. But how do we think the Dynamo is going to fare on the next map of New Zealand?
Well, with the map being a lot more wide, I think Krill Switch's just overall, like, range with the heavy edit might just prove a little bit more, risky for the Dynamo to approach. Just to just no cover for the Dynamo to hide on, no off angles to it, ultimately fully take advantage of. So, like, they're gonna be a bit more like defenseless.
Yeah, no, it's definitely maps like this where we do go, oh wait, yeah, the Dynamo does kind of suck, doesn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Especially on clams, which is just a lot more fast paced. If you get the lead, because the second you get the lead, you have to get the clams very, very quick. Get that power clam in, get into the goal before the rest of the team comes back, before you even like sort out your clam economy.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, exactly. So we might be seeing a switch here, depending on if the player does like to switch from Dynamo, because I know there are a lot of ride or die Dynamos. So hopefully, well, we might be seeing something different anyway.
But this is also Krill Switch we are talking about, which has the notorious reputation in OC as being quite skilled in Clamblitz. So this might be their chance to just turn it back against Suction Gups.
Yeah, this could be a no-go. Oh wait, is that a little bit of a change? Did they have two V shots before? Oh no, there's a Tentactech. Yeah, no, that is my fault. I did not see that Tentactech. And wow, okay. Krill Switch have changed up their team a little bit. Look at the Tetras and look at that Tri-Slosher.
Ooh, that is quite the change I was not expecting in the slightest, especially with how Tetris has just sort of fallen off in this meta.
Yeah, no, but like a lot of people are just very comfortable with how Tetras play and like how their dodging works. Like it's just one of those weapons that I see a lot of people pick. And it is definitely working at the moment as Krill Switch do take a lot of people down, and here comes the Inkjet as well, just to add to that.
It seems like Krill Switch is making their way really, really quickly into the other team's top, and it seems like the Dynamo has another thing to say, stopping their push from the side, and it seems like Krill Switch push is just being put to an end, being pushed out back into mid with two members down, and it seems like Suction Gups will not give up the win that easily.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, that was an amazing push that they had sorted out, except the person with the most clams, like, on their person, was just not able to push in because the Inkjet goes down, the Dynamo's down, and they're ready to get that kill. So they didn't have the clams to be able to do a proper push there, which is very unfortunate, but very, very good on the side of Krill Switch to be able to stop a push like that. Oh, it's such a
Seems like Suction Gups is still putting up quite the fight. No team has really taken much control over mid. They're all just duking it out for space, and just that one opportunity to make it seems like that Dynamo is trying to go for the hero play, flanking on the right with the Tentactech shot, but it seems like it's getting shut down by the well-timed Inkjet by Krill Switch.
You know, very, very good, but they are still able to pick up and save that power clam, but you can't be said that the other one when it goes down. But look how many people are down for Krill Switch. So many of them went down.
Yeah, but it seems like Suction Gups also got, you know, their firepower taken down, because it seems like it was only the shot and the Dynamo left, so they were not really able to make that push into the plat, but it seems like they were able to hold mid long enough for the rest of their members to come back. It seems like the heavy edit is trying to weaken Suction Gups from making the push, but it seems like it's not working. Just as I say that, Suction Gups get taken down by Krill Switch from making a push.
That is so unfortunate. You see that they had 3 people down there on Suction Gups. I mean, Suction Gups have 3 people down on Krill Switch, actually. But as soon as they start rushing in the push in, you have that one person that was able to take 3 of them down.
Well, it seems like Suction Gups is carving themselves another opportunity to finally get a power clam in. It seems like they're kind of struggling to get the clams together for a power clam. Will they be able to get the clam in before Krill Switch comes back? And it seems like they do.
Yeah, no, they were actually able to get the power clam in that time. And the Dynamo just coming up and throwing a few more clams in there. You just need that little bit of insurance there, so that as soon as Krill Switch throw a power clam in of their own, they're not going to instantly take it over. But here we go, Reach Slider goes in, unable to find anything, and there you go. That's why you were saying that Tetris is not really used all too much in today's meta. They're just unable to really find anything there, and the Dynamo now trying to take back that mid ink control. God.
Like Krill Switch is just struggling a bit more than I expected. It's like Suction Gups is just having quite a dominant control over mid, not letting anyone out of their plat.
You know, honestly, I'm going to put it out to their team composition again, and being able to have the inkage of that pencil, and then while also being able to like use the Dynamo Roller again, and then the 2 shots we've got on the team, both different with specials, but both very, very powerful. Like, they just have such a good team composition right now. They are doing so well, but here we go. Shade Tide going in again, able to get that pencil, but then Reef Slider going down.
And it seems like Bazooka went out pushing back Kill Switch into their own plat once again, while Suction Duck is just constantly just holding down mid. It seems like their impenetrable defense is serving them very, very well, but it seems like the lucky Bazooka from the side of Kill Switch takes out the pencil and carves them away into the plat while they try and struggle and make a power clap.
Yeah, no, you just didn't have your clam economy there, which was really, really unfortunate. You had the push, you had two of them down, one of them trapped in the corner with a suction bomb, but you just didn't have the clams to be able to throw them in.
Kilswitch only has a few more seconds to try and carve himself another push and try and get a desperate lead. It seems like the Dynamo has another thing to say, pulling out some quite aggressive area control, denying them from moving forward.
Yeah, no, and because of that soda, you just had the Dynamo Swapper dancing around the Tetris somehow.
With the Tri-Swapper trying to carve out a space into Suction Gups mid, failing, it seems like this overtime will be going into favor of Suction Gups.
Yeah, no, Suction Gups were just completely able to lock that game down as soon as they got a lead. Even though they weren't getting points, Krill Switch were also not getting any points whatsoever. That was just absolutely an iron wall of defense just getting set up straight away. They were like, okay, yeah, we don't need any more points. We can just stay here for the rest of the game.
Indeed. I just gonna be quite curious on how Krill Switch will try and attempt to counter Suction Gups for this last play all three game.
Yeah, no. Honestly though, I do like what's going to be coming up.
Oh yes. Ship Shape Zones. Quite a small map, but with a quite wacky zone terrain, with the the zone being a bit more inclined down and sunken when compared to the flat, even zones of every other map.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I feel like, once again, we're going to talk about this Dynamo roller because it's so prolific in this game. The Dynamo definitely will have a little bit more... if they're able to push in and get the Dynamo in, they're going to be so decent on this map. They're going to be so good.
It's going to be quite strong, especially because Ship Shape is quite a cramped and small map. So weapons that can just control a very big area of the map, they just are very, very strong.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a very, very good game to get into. But I wonder if we're going to be seeing any more, weapon switches come up from the side of Krill Switch.
Indeed, they will need to have weapons that can just contest the overall pressure and control, like Suction Gups just has with the pencil and the Dynamo. Those two weapons can just probably hold the zone if Krill Switch is not pulling in their true A game.
Yeah, no, exactly. But, who knows what we're really going to be able to see, because I've said it before and I'm going to keep saying it throughout the entirety of my casting career for this game. This game just switches so instantly, so we never know what you're going to be able to see in the next game.
Indeed, we might see the Suction Gups holding the map for quite a while, but we might even see Krill Switch come back, going through all the penalty and try and get the lead back. But who knows?
Yeah, no, who knows indeed. But I feel like Suction Gups are having a very, very dominant game today. So, a 3-0 is unexpected at this point.
But, you'll see.
Defense are coming out, and Reflux, hello?
Reflux, that is quite the unique pick from the person who was playing Pencil before. It seems like the Dynamo and the Pencil player have swapped the roles.
That is a very, very weird weapon pick, but it is suiting itself very well. As there we go, two people already go down to the side of Krill Switch, and they are in the zone already. And there we go, another one going down from Nico Line. They are playing very well today, but oh, look at that, a double kill.
What happened there? They
I have no idea. They just got detonated somehow. And you know what? That just happens in this game sometimes, I'm going to be honest.
James going in for the flank, but it seems like the other shot player detected them going through and taking them out with a trade. It seems like Krill Switch are trying to make their way through the zone, carving it out with the triple splash, but it seems like it won't work with Suction Gup already getting the zone back.
Yeah, no, they're just trying their best to keep a hold of this zone. They don't want to see it falter at all. Because, you know, they're 30 points away from getting this game. But no, it looks like, there we go. Krill Switch were able to get that zone. Look at that, 54 deficit points.
Ooh, and that inkjet, if you had a keen eye, they took out three members of Suction Gup with direct, giving Krill Switch the advantage and the momentum they need to try and get a victory in.
Oh, what a special indeed. Getting a triple off of an inkjet, that is so beautiful coming in from them. So we might be seeing an extended push, but as soon as I start talking, the commentator's curse will cut that short for them. I'm very sorry.
Oh, but it seems like Suction Gups have three of their members taken down, with Krill Switch taking the zone back quite quickly. This seems like the roles are reversing. It seems like Krill Switch is holding the domination of the map this time.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, that ball point is doing very, very good. And is a very, very good case as to why they're winning this game there. You see, they got a double there. They were the one that was using that inkjet with the ball point. So, honestly, like, it's just such a good weapon. They give you that bit of range that they haven't had this entire set.
It seems like Suction Gups managed to take back the zone and reverse the roles once again on Krill Switch, but it seems like Krill Switch will not be going down quite that easily, getting back to the zone and contesting and getting it back while Suction Gups are just stuck respawning.
You know, we haven't seen this dominance come out from Krill Switch yet, so it's very, very surprising, yet also very, very good to see coming out from them. Let's see what happens now. Soda is coming out.
Yeah, and it seems like they are making it through the penalty and now finally getting into the true points of the zone. Just a little bit longer and they might just get the lead from Suction Gup. It seems like it might be going in that direction with very little of the Suction Gups coming back, but it seems like commentators curse once again. It seems like Suction Gup takes back the zone just before Krill Switch can get the lead.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. 3 points off. 3 measly little ticks down on that counter. You would have been heading into the lead, but no, Suction Gups just having 2 words to say, and that is try strike and slide. And there you go. Push stop instantly. They're getting staggered a little bit here, but they're also staggering Krill Switch a lot before this, and they've gone past their own amount of deficit points, but there we go. That inkjet coming out once again, and there we go. A wipeout!
Indeed, with Krill Switch still having 2 Tri-Zugas on their side, this is going to be quite a strong counter to the back from them and potentially giving them the opportunity to get the lead back. And it seems like it's slowly going into that direction. But, it seems like Suction Gup is not giving up so easily. They're just duking out with 3v3 on both sides.
Yeah, no, exactly. But once again, Suction Gups were able to come out on top to get that zone back once again, right before it mattered. Right before Krill Switch again were about to take the lead, they're able to steal the zone back.
With only a few, 30 seconds left, will
Did
Krill
you see
Switch...
that?
I just saw that. It seems like the person there did not react quick enough to the Tri-Zuka. It seems like Suction Gup are not deterred with the Tri-Strike going out, holding the zone, leaving the ball point by themselves, and it seems like Suction Gups will get that win with a knockout.
That was a hard-fought game coming from Suction Gups. Honestly, with how dominant Krill Switch were being around that mid-game, I was very expecting them to get that lead. I genuinely thought that the lead was going to be theirs, but no, Suction Gups, again, using that iron wall of a defense that we have seen them use multiple times before. Every single time it was about to go to Krill Switch, they're like, nuh-uh, no, you guys aren't getting the lead, no. And there we go, a clean 3-0 coming from Suction Gups.
But do not count out Krill Switch. That was quite a close game for them. So maybe if we see them again on stream, maybe the story will be different and they will not get that 3-0 against another team.
Yeah, no, indeed. I believe they definitely have the capacity to do it. So, honestly, Krill Switch, I can't give enough props to them. They did play very well, and that last game gave me a reason to believe that Suction Gups, they are just so good.
Indeed, and it seems like we will be slowly moving into the round 2 of this Swiss bracket. So we'll see you guys once that starts. Hello and welcome back to Blue Ring Rumble 3. We'll be meeting you guys with Watercolour Ripple versus Team Name for this next round.
God, team name is such a good team name.
Team Name. Quite original.
Very original, because I don't see anybody else with the name team name.
Indeed, and it seems like Watercolour Ripple and Team Name will first be duking it out on Humpback Pump Track Rainmaker. Any opinions of this map?
I've got a few opinions. The maps, I've heard from a lot of people at least that they don't really like the map all too much because of how it's like kind of like laid out, how choke pointy getting past that checkpoint is. But I kind of like it, to be honest. I think it's very fun to try and get through it. But it's also definitely just stacked heavily in the favor with the defenders.
Indeed, because the only real valid 2 points of entry through through the checkpoints are all both very choke pointy, and the default is always the right checkpoint, and every team just goes there and it's very narrow.
Yeah, no, honestly, I've seen so many teams just try and get through it just to be walled off. So it's honestly going to be very fun to see how Watercolour Ripple and Team Name try and get past this roadblock.
And these are two quite new teams in OCE, with Team Name being comprised of some old members from the Div 11 finalists, What the Scallop, now reformed into a different name due to certain circumstances. And it seems like I won't be having the chance to talk about Watercolour Ripple. Seems like we are moving into the game already.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then, wow, look at that team composition. So on both sides, the tent coming out. Okay, yeah, both teams having kind of a bit of a weird team composition. You've got the sloshing machine, the Splatana Stamper, the ballpoint, and the Tri-Slosh in a row coming out for Watercolour Ripple. And then you've also got the, sorry, my brain's not working. You've got the Tender Brother right there, already pushing in, trying to just get past that Splatana Stamper.
It seems like they're already pulling out the VAC, taking out 3 members of Watercolour Ripple, and it seems like this is going to be the first momentous push from Team Name to push into the base of Watercolour Ripple already.
Oh, look at that. None of them really turning around to go get that Rainmaker, though, which is unfortunate. As soon as I say that they do grab that Rainmaker, now they're trying to push through, and then you've got... Wait, the sloshing machine just kind of had a little bit of a brain fart in the corner there, and they're able to get 4 points remaining.
Well, yeah, it just seems like the Rainmaker was just not given any resistance from Watercolour Ripple to get that lead. It seems like Watercolour Ripple do manage to push out Team Name from their base and are already mounting themselves for another push that will be quite difficult for them to try and get that very strong lead from Team Name.
Oh, and look at that. They were just unable to break out that checkpoint, even with the crab on your side. And now Team Name just pushing Watercolour straight back into that A spot.
Seems like Team Name are already at the ready with the specials to push back Watercolour Ripple. It seems like they are not giving up their very strong attack, even with the ink going off from Watercolour Ripple. Team Name still has control of mid.
You know, exactly. And once again, now Stamper is just getting completely invalidated whenever the tent gets sent out. I've seen that twice happen in this game so far. Just completely countering it.
It seems like the Rainmaker is going for another push once again, trying to go get that final knockout. And it seems like I said too soon, and it seems like something happened there. Something happened there to take out the Rainmaker, but it seems like they're going to get the knockout right now.
A very delayed trade almost put an end to that game.
Indeed, but it seems like Team Name have established themselves as the dominant team in this round.
Yeah, I'm just gobsmacked at the end of that game. That was just... That was just the tiniest little bit of spaghetti. Maybe it was lag. Maybe it was just, you know, a very delayed trade, as I said. But, you know, that didn't stop Team Name from being absolutely dominant in their showing that game. Not even getting a checkpoint down. Like, that is one of the easiest maps to lose a checkpoint on, just because of how close and how direct it is to get to a checkpoint on Humpback Pump Track. So that was just incredible defense coming out from Team Name there.
I think this is gonna be like David versus the Goliath. If Watercolour Ripple gonna try their hardest to defeat this mammoth of a team with very experienced players, because it seems like Watercolour Ripple is a relatively newer team of rookies to the competitive scene compared to Team Name.
Yeah, no, like, exactly. Like, I can't really say anything other than that. You put a button straight on that. So, yeah, we're just going to have to see what happens when we actually get into it.
Because this is Watercolour Ripple's opportunity to try and prove themselves and make a name for themselves in the OCE team. And we are moving into Inkblot Art Academy Tower Control. Quite a, you know, beloved map mode in this game. Just simply due to the fact it's one of the few maps in this game that are just outright good.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Ooh, there's been a substitution apparently. That'll be fun to see. What do you think?
How? Okay, as the teams are moving their way through the round and swapping out some members for others, we'll be looking at the bracket as it stands. And it seems like the NA Poopers are currently standing on top in the number 1 slot.
Guys, why are the names so good this tournament? Like, NA Poopers, never back down, never what? And then you got Lob with the lobster emoji, NFT Robbers, Mantablack, E.Nigma, and Suction Gups, sorry, all taking their first win.
Indeed, these are some of the teams to look out for in this tournament, and we'll be looking forward to potentially streaming them later on, because these are seemingly quite strong teams going against each other. So, quite great.
I love that transition, by the way. Like the start of the news, that transition. I popped off when I saw that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I keep talking about the stream quality.
Transition.
It's so good.
Yep, this is the quality Dapple Productions brings to every single tournament. They do have the responsibility of streaming, like Triton Cup or I don't know the rest of the Dapple Production tournament. So, yeah.
I mean, right now on the calendar, we've got Paddling Pool, we've got Blue and Rumble, and we've got Triton Cup.
These are quite very prolific tournaments in the NA and EU scene. So, whenever you get the opportunity, do watch those streams when they happen.
Yeah, no, exactly. Please tune into every Dapple Production event. Like, I've literally just joined their team here doing casting, so like, I'm already blown away with how amazing this team is. So please support them as much as you can, because I know that I definitely will. Oh, yeah, no, we are heading into our next game now, apparently.
Alright, let's do this.
Watercolour. I love that name. Okay, the scope and the range blaster coming out now for Watercolour Ripple. And there we go, the range, the NZAP, and the Octo Brush coming out. Is that a complete team change, or did they have that ballpoint before?
I think they still had that ballpoint on the team before, but it seems like they swapped out one of their... I think they swapped out their tent for Pro Color.
That is... Honestly, these two team comps are just completely different. Because they've just changed up basically every one of their weapons. Like, I think only 3 of the weapons go unchanged in this map. So we are definitely going to be seeing some different gameplay. And maybe we're going to be seeing Watercolour Ripple right now take the lead as they take all of the control in mid. But no, it gets stopped as it didn't go down to that ultimate.
Yeah, it seems like Team Name was deceptively giving Watercolour Ripple the perceived advantage to try and surprise them and just destroy them in one fell swoop and get the lead. But it seems like no one's on the tower with 2 down on the side of Team Name. It seems like they're being forced into defense as Watercolour Ripple try and mount a push, but it seems like Watercolour Ripple just can't make it out with the aggressive inkjet going out, taking out 3 of their members.
The inkjet has been so formidable this tournament so far with last game. Now this game, look at Yosaf go, firmly planting themselves on that tower now as they get through the first checkpoint, that first roadblock that you have going down, and now all of your teammates are jumping back to you. This could be the chance where you stay on this tower, but no, the Zipcaster coming in and putting an end straight to that.
It seems like Team aren't going down like chunks as they still have control in mid with the range blaster. Taking out 1 member and contesting another, taking out 2 members of Watercolour Ripple with another taking out on the side by someone else, and it seems like Team M already have the push mounted once again.
Yeah, no, the points are now just trickling down once more, but they do get stuck at that 61 points, but now here, that Viper again, the zip cut under the Octo Brush, so dipping in again. They do go down before they get any slacks, but then they're very good at distracting, as there we go. We're just seeing the range blaster being able to get back in, and they both trade with each other now.
But it seems like Team Name, despite just losing so many members, have not let up on any of their aggression at all. You'd think they'd like retreat and go for a defense, but it seems like they just constantly putting up more and more aggression. It seems like you can never push them back. There's always 1 or 2 members of their team remaining, allowing the rest of them to jump in and just continue the push over and over and over.
And this inkjet, man, I keep talking about it because it's so prolific in this game. Yosan is putting on an absolute clinic in this game. They are just doing so well at staying on that tower when they need to. And then as soon as they get that inkjet, they're like, okay, let me head out. Let me quickly get a pick while I'm on the tower as well and help our team push in and get to the end. What a beautiful play coming out there from Yosaf and their entire team behind them. Beautiful.
Yeah, indeed. It seems like Team Name's overall strategy is just, despite losing members, we'll always have like 1 or 2 members still on the field, not letting up, just stalling a Watercolour Ripple to just let the rest of the team come back. And it seems like that constant flow of aggression is just something that Watercolour Ripple have a hard time breaking out of.
Yeah, no, like, honestly, you see a team with 2 people up, you usually say that's staggered, but no. Team Name wants that. They just want to be able for people to just keep jumping and jumping and interrupting any sort of defense that Watercolour Ripple had there.
You can't get overconfident with Team Name, because it seems like if you do not account for every single member, once you stop their push, it might come back to bite you.
Yeah, no, it might come back to bite you indeed. Look at what we're going to next. Clamlet Scorch Gorge.
Is one of the few modes for Scorch Gorge, just because it's just a lot more straightforward when compared to the other modes, with just the goal on one end and just a lot more flat terrain and also just a little bit better defense and just terrain for this map mode.
But with how many weapon changes that have already come so far from either team in this set, who knows what we're going to be seeing next game as well for this new map and mode.
You have no idea at all. But I think Watercolour Ripple might need to lean into just having a bit more paint, because the weapons they do play just require just a lot more paint than their current comps seem to be outputting.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, yeah, no, who knows what we're going to be seeing generally. We might even see another sub coming out, because we've already seen some subs come through.
Indeed. Will Watercolour Ripple try and take one game off the team out, or will Team Name go for the sweep with a full 3-0 in this round? Who knows? But I look forward to seeing the outcome.
We've already seen one sweep today, so who knows if we are going to see another. But I'll be very happy nonetheless with whatever we get.
Taking quite a bit for both teams to get things settled, because it seems like they might be substituting their players once again. Oh, just as I said it seems like we'll be moving into the game right now.
Hey, we love just commentators saying stuff and then it instantly happening. Like, it's so funny. I love it so much. Okay.
The commentator's curse, you know, spans everything in this stream.
It transcends through the game. But look at that. Weapon picks have been changed, as I was saying earlier. Look at that Squeezer come out, the S-Blast come out, the Firefin scope. The only thing staying for Watercolour Ripple is that Tri-Slosher. Whereas look at the weapon changes coming out for team name as well.
Team name is pulling out quite a unconventional help with the brush and Tetris together all one, but it seems like it's going to be working out for them with the crab going off in top mid, pushing back Watercolour Ripple from the basket, and already Team Name are making their way towards the basket and have a power burst and throw it in already. Oh my god, that was quite a fast-paced push.
Team Name have something to do tonight. They've got something that's happening. Like, they need to go somewhere. There's no reason for you to be pushing in that quickly, Team Name. And look at that, they get 77 points on leaderboard right now, showing up there. So, you know, a single dunk from Watercolour Ripple will not be enough to get that down. They're going to have to throw in at least 2 power clams to get that through.
It seems like Team Name are already mounting for another push, with the crab going out in top mid once again, trying to push back Watercolour, but it seems like the Tri-Strike and potentially a Fizzy Bomb taking out the crab quite quick, but it seems like Team Name are not letting up despite that small setback, moving quickly through mid.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they've already got a power climb up. They've got one person down, and the Soda's come up for Watercolour Ripple, so this is now their chance to go in. Oh, here comes that Stamper coming out, but oh, the trade. Look at that, both of them going down. Oh, and what a snipe!
Ooh, and that nice Tri-Zuko shot, but it seems like Watercolour Ripple still have not made much headway towards the basket, with Team Name already counting with quite a strong defense already. It seems like they're just trying to duke it out in mid, trying to make any kind of headway through mid at all, but this Team Name is just not letting up at all.
Yeah, no, as we've seen from this entire set so far, Team Name just so good at keeping that defense, so good at just keeping you out and then getting themselves in whenever they need to. Waiting, chucking that back, but no, rushing head first straight into that Tri-Zuko.
And it seems like right now it's going to be just an all-out brawl in mid with no team making either headway through either team. But it seems like the surprise flake from the Inkbrush pulling out the hammer, taking out 1 member, 2 members of Watercolour Ripple. But it seems like Team Name are also 2 down on their own side with very little clams to try and make the push. It just seems like that rush is just trying to be an annoyance to stall time for the rest of the team to get clams and make a push.
You know, what I noticed there is that Team Name actually had a power climb that should have been ready to jump in. However, you had one person in Watercolour Ripple that took both people that were behind them down, leaving you with nothing. That's the risky part whenever you make a flank like that, whenever you make a push like that by yourself, expecting someone to jump in. That's always when someone else from the other team goes, actually, now that you're here, we're going to go fight the people in the back and take them down because you're not there to protect them.
How will Watercolour Ripple play off the scene? Like they're trying their hardest to make any attempt in the push, but it just seems like Team Name are already there and prepared to just counter their push. And it seems like Watercolour Ripple just can't make heads or tails to move into mid.
You know, they're able to just save that power climb. That's what they need right now. They've got 1 minute 15 seconds left on the clock. That's not going to give too much headspace when it comes to getting any more climbs, especially when Team Name are doing all they can to push in and never go. They get another power climb themselves, and look at Yosak going once again. Boom, there we go. Dunking another power climb, making that deficit for Watercolour Ripple to come back even larger.
It seems like the brush is also just proving themselves to be even bigger of an annoyance, with only the splash left taking out another member of Watercolour Ripple and just being an annoyance to the remaining members, allowing the rest of the team to come back very, very quickly. It seems like Watercolour Ripple just are not given the opportunity to even like make an advantage of any kind of like lead they get.
Yeah, Watercolour Ripple was so good. They were able to get mid there, and they're pushing in right now using the Booyah Bomb, using the Tri-Zuka there, sorry. And look, they have that power climb back again, but look, it just gets stopped right before they can push in, even though they're getting even more splats. Are they able to get another one? Yes, they are with that blaster.
Oh, but it seems like Watercolour Ripple does not have the climb economy to try and make a push, already getting shut down by Team. It seems like this game will be moving into overtime, but it seems like Team Name won't be letting that power climb get into overtime. But just as I say that, we only have the splash left, and it seems like this is Watercolour Ripple's chance for a devastating push against Team Name, but it seems like they won't be able to get it.
Yeah, no, that was just so unfortunate. You just weren't able to get the spawn kill on that rush as it jumped in. They were just distracting you that tiny little bit more, ready for that crab to come out. I saw the splash activated that crab. And that crab is what I'm sure was able to like lend themselves to at least getting those 3 splats right at the end, stopping that final push from Watercolour Ripple, who were just unable to get in that entire game. Very unfortunate from them. However, Team Name, that just shows more about their defense than it is Watercolour Ripple's ability to push, because they did have some really nice chances where they were able to push in. They just had that tiny little bit pushback from Team Name that just went so far.
Yeah, this Team Name just overall just overwhelms your senses, keeping you busy constantly, not giving you any time to really think hard enough to really set up yourselves for a push. And so Team Name is already in your face by the time you try and get your bearings from just taking them out. They're already back in your face once again.
Yeah, no, exactly. So we can't give enough props to Team Name. They played very, very well this set. They deserved this sweep. So very, very good on them.
I'm gonna look forward to how they perform against the rest of the teams in this tournament. So we will be seeing you guys once again, once round 3 starts, and enjoy the bracket so far.
Ooh, very unfortunate. Suction Gups going down 2-0. Never back down, never what? Able to take the game over NA Poopers. NFT Robbers going 2-0 over Fickle Fishes.
It seems like this is quite the strong tournament right now, with only a few teams managing to get even one game off of another.
Yeah, no, we're just seeing clean sweeps at the moment.
Alright, we'll now move into a break before we move on to the next round and wait for the round 2 to finish up. So we'll see you guys again a bit later.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!
Hello and welcome back to Blue Ring Rumble 3. I am Livy and I'll be joined by Mr. Slap, and today we'll be commentating Mantablack versus Never Give. Hold on. I gotta pull up names. Never back down. Never what?
Never give up.
Yeah.
Let's go. I am so psyched to see him. Never back down. Never what, I believe, is one of the only teams, or the only team that we have today that has taken their games all fully clean sweep.
Yeah, these are two quite strong teams going against each other. The rising stars of OC Mantablack, who recently made all the way breaking through into mid-level, going against some people who are currently top of mid-level to mid of mid-level. So let's see if they have the gusto to really make a name for themselves in mid-level against these more established teams. So I just look forward to all of it coming up.
I mean, hey, never back down, never what? Never give up. That's their
Never
motto.
give-
That's what they're standing by. And I believe, I want to believe that they're just going to go through and win. Like, I love the name. It's so funny. So, I'm just hoping for that. But Mantablack, very, very established.
I look forward just to seeing the game like in general, because regardless of the outcome of this round, this round is going to be a spectacle.
Yeah, no, this is definitely going to be a spectacle. Like, if anything's going to wake me up right now, it's going to be this game. Like, no. The games that we've had so far have all been so fast-paced and so down to the wire that even though they were all sweeps, you could already tell that it's just like, oh yeah, this other team could definitely come back. So I cannot wait to see what this game gives us. But let's go. We have zones, Mahi. I love Mahi so much. What do you think of this?
Personally, I'm quite neutral on this reworked version of Mahi. It's a map with a lot more space, but I think it still gives way to weapons that, still, if they have enough range, they can hold control of it very, very strongly.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I love Splatoon 1 so much, and seeing what they did to Mahi, I was a little bit discouraged. But, it's still Mahi at the end of the day. I love it, and the zones map for it is really, really fun with those holes that you have right in the mid that just give you that tiny little bit of high ground to cover, and the zone is just so big, and then you've got those little platforms to the side. I just genuinely really like this map. So let's see what comes out from both these teams. Mantablack in yellow, never back down, never what? In blue, let's see what happens.
But it seems like the colors of both teams are reversed in the actual game with Manta. Alright, now
okay,
it's fixed
Scrap
now.
what I said, guys. Scrap what I said. Never mind.
It's fixed out with Mantablack already pulling out with quite a strong opening, already getting the zone, taking out 2 members of Never Back Down. This is going to be quite the strong lead already, but it seems like they have 2 of their members taken down, but it seems like they still have not given up the zone just yet, trying to push back, Never Back Down with Azuka, but going 3 down.
They did not give up the zone indeed, which is very ironic thanks to their names. The Kraken just pushing in. Risu going in and getting 1. Oh, what beautiful play with that wall, just shoving it straight in that corner, but bouncing it off that little block, so it just went directly in front of you so you could get that protection. That was such a little trick shot. Oh my, I've never ever seen a wall being used like that before.
Yeah, but it seems like Mantablack are slowly making their way through back into mid, but it seems like from the far left, already taken out in a wipeout by Never Back Down, already being pushed back into their own base and potentially locked out.
You know exactly, like look at that. That wall is so prolific once again, shoving you right there in the corner of your own base, but they are able to escape thanks to the right side. But look at Proto just moving, jumping off there, trying to get jammed down as well, but no, they are unable to find it, and the only person you have up is the pencil. And look at that hammer, and then Inzuka is going to be firing you straight back into your spawn as Mantablack tries to get back into this.
Indeed, but it seems like their ability taken out by the 96 Deco, going 2 down on their side, and it seems like Nebback and everyone are going to push in with Azuka and a Kraken taking out another member of the team and taking back the zone. This is just a full-on duke out between 2 mid-level teams.
Yeah, no, this is just an absolute slugfest. It's going back and forth, back and forth. It's literally just a pendulum swinging. There we go. So many people go down there, and only 1 person left up for both Mantablack and Never Back Down. Never what?
Ooh, but it seems like Never Back Down managed to get back into the field just quick enough to take out that remaining Spartana, leaving the rest of Mantablack with only 3 people to make push it. And seems like Cubby pulls out the grab to take out 1 member of Never Back Down at the cost of another member of their team. And it seems like Coffee is putting up the pressure, taking out 2 members, but it's not good enough. And it seems like Never Back Down gets the knockout.
Yeah, no, honestly, Never Back Down, never what? Showing why they've been so dominant in this tournament. Showing why they are standing here right now as top of charts, top of the league table. And look at that. Look at all of them stand there. They were just very, very dominant that game. You know, you had little bits of resistance coming out from Mantablack, but never back down, never what was still just... They were just able to keep Mantablack back just enough to be able to get those points that shoved them straight back into that game, get the knockout as well.
Yeah, never back down has shown Mantablack how far they still have to go in mid-level, just making it through. But you know, Mantablack started off very, very strongly, so they might be able to get 1 or even 2 games off never back down if they play their cards well enough.
You know, and now we're going to be going back to a map that we've already seen so far in this tournament. Not on this mode. We are going to be going back to Museum Rainmaker.
This is another map mode that, you know, quite like because it is on Museum. What are your opinions of it?
I like it. I genuinely like how this map is structured, especially with how you have 2 ways to get to that checkpoint. You can either jump through the mid there, or you can go around to the right. And different teams try and go for different things. If you've just got a slow burn team that will stick together, you're much better just going around the right, getting those picks that you need. Or you can just try to be gung ho and jump straight from the middle into the checkpoint, and then try and go on from there. And I feel like this is definitely one of those maps that is favored for the defenders again for the last checkpoint, just because it's so easy to get there from spawn. You're just able to jump straight to it.
We did it, and now we'll be moving on to the actual game itself.
I love how they've got the clan tag for Air, because it's made by Nick A30. He's the person who plays Never Back Down, Never Give Up.
Oh, real? Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, it's all based on a joke from a streamer. It's so funny.
Let's see this. It seems like both teams go off for quite different openings, with Mantablack being a bit more spread out than Never Back Down, while Never Back Down are quite grouped together, trying to push back against any kind of flanks in the start of the game, already taking out Splatana of Mantablack.
And that bomb able to pick up the dualies as well. The 2 players were standing down as there we go, Never Back Down, never what to do. Get that soda, but they were going Inkzuka and Mantablack able to stop any kind of push with 2 people themselves go down, Never Back Down, never what. And Koa was able to run and get another splat there on the Ink Rush, and there we go. No, they weren't able to get the checkpoint.
And just barely get the checkpoint, but it seems like there's still enough members on the field to try and get that checkpoint and push back, Never Back Down, never what from stopping their push.
Yeah, no, both players there for Mantablack choosing to go around the checkpoint and trying to push them back with some of the cover, but then they quickly realized that neither of them went to top the checkpoint, so they went back around.
But it seems like that checkpoint lead cost them quite a lot, making them already go back into their own play, and Never Back Down, never what are already making a very strong and powerful and also quick push into Mantablack's flag.
Look at Koa again, that Wiper is doing so well for this team right now, able to go behind and get the Rainmaker, and then just jumping out when they want to.
It seems like they managed to push back, Never Back Down, back into mid, and are slowly making their head way out, and it seems like the specials are coming out from Never Back Down, letting them get the checkpoint and push back Mantablack.
They'll just steal that checkpoint now, and I think one of them is just going to go grab that Rainmaker, and there we go, get the lead just by stepping forward that tiny bit. But look at them, they're pushing even further. CJ pushing in, getting that down all the way to 23 points remaining. That's lovely.
Oh my god, it seems like the Kraken gets in, and Rainmaker getting even more points, catching Mantablack off guard, but it seems like it sets them up to get back into mid and set themselves up for another push with 2 down on the side of Never Back Down. Is this Mantablack's opportunity to get the lead back, or will Never Back Down stop them before they can?
Who knows? Indeed, there we go. Koa going down those Rainmaker beams in their tracks. With Never Back Down, never what. Have that Rainmaker once more. And look, they've already turned back to super up this point. They're just standing on top of there. Wait, are they just going to be stalling in this?
Potentially, it seems like they're pulling off quite an aggressive play from the rest of their members while the Rainmaker stays a bit further back. But it seemed, oh my god, what was that? There was so much going on that, like, I look away 1 minute and 3 members of Mantablack are already dead.
That V shot just sprayed and prayed and got answered, and they were able to get a triple kill. And thanks to that soda, they were able to jump straight back in. They still have that Itsuka that they are using right now, just firing it into that little bit there.
And it seems like that triple will be biting Mantablack in the ass, and it seems like Never Back Down just has quite the dominant control of the map. I have never seen a map covered in so much of one team's ink outside of Turf War.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, this is so insanely dominant. And Never Back Down, Never Won. I am very surprised that now we have Mantablack being able to get the Rainmaker and push in using that standard, but no, the Ink Rush able to come straight from behind, stopping them right there before they can get any further.
Mantablack needs to get back into the plat very, very quickly and keep the Rainmaker there before Never Back Down are able to move it out. But it seems like the Spartana is pushing in, making a way for the rest of the team, but it seems like they're taking out the crab, going out again, trying to push back Never Back Down, but it seems like it's not going to be enough with Never Back Down taking out 2 members in one fell swoop, leaving Covey by themselves in plat to just watch while Never Back Down just takes out and moves into mid.
But look at that flank coming straight from behind, saying, okay, yeah, well, you were able to stop that push, but they're going to come straight back with another one. Oh no, but the Rainmaker's barrier smushing someone to death.
Oh, that is quite unfortunate. Mantablack just needs to pick up the Rainmaker and just force their way through, push back, Never Back Down to try and get the lead. And it seems like this is what they're trying, but it seems like Never Back Down have a counter already at the ready. We need to see how this goes, and it seems like Never Back Down managed to get the win.
Yeah, no, Never Back Down, never what? Was able to just take control of that game right from the get-go, get that early lead that they leaded, and by the skin of their teeth, they were able to keep that game. Like, that was so close for Mantablack to be able to push in at the end there, but they were just stopped right when it needed, and it was very, very unlucky for them that the person that I believe was going to be pushing that Rainmaker in while the other 3 were up did get smushed against the wall by the Rainmaker barrier and splattered. That is just very, very unlucky for Mantablack. Never Back Down, never won.
Yeah, these are just some insane games. Because like Mantablack's overall playstyle is to just be very aggressive, never letting the other team like rest, and always have their teammates back in the play, even when they get taken up. But it seems like Never Back Down, Never What are just able to expect that coming and just counter them when Mantablack are trying their hardest to make a push.
Yeah, no, exactly. But now we're going to be seeing like that. This is what I like about Swift. Like, yeah, you've lost your 2-0 down, but you still have that chance to be a pride to take one more game.
And we might see Mantablack take at least 1 game of Never Back Down, Never What in ship-shape tower control.
Yeah, no, this looks like, I don't really know what to say about ship-shape tower control. I haven't played on it too much, if I'm going to be honest. I haven't even seen it too much, but it seems like it's going to be very, very... how do I put this? Oh no, this is, no, I know, I remember this map now. I mixed ship-shape up with a different map at the time. No. Ship-shape, it's just another one of those maps with that really tricky checkpoint that if you get past it, then you're kind of dead set on getting that knockout. Like, it's the second checkpoint or the third checkpoint. I don't know if there are 3 on this map, but I know it's the one right at the end.
Yep.
Like, you've just got so many advantage points with your defenders.
Yeah, indeed. That, like, second checkpoint just puts you right in front of, like, a perch for the defending team. So unless you have like very good skills to navigate through every single attacking member, you just gotta have a special at the ready to stop them.
Yeah, no, but Mantablack and kind of like a last-ditch effort have changed their team the tiniest amount. As you see, Never Back Down, Never What, the exact same tried and through team composition that we have seen them go for so far. So now he's ready in mid-team, can get that pushing in, the Killer Well being popped off as well. We're going to back down number 1. Look at Risu go in, attracting 3 people that can just come straight after them and stop the push they were trying to go for. And now they're also 2 people down, so this could definitely be it for Mantablack to be able to get the tower and the first blood and first hit of this game.
It seems like Jam pulls out the Ink Bazooka to try and push a never back down from number 1, but it seems like it costed them with only Coffee remaining to try and defend. But it seems like they're going to be playing out a bit more carefully and wait for the rest of their teammates to come back and make a defending push.
Coming out from the one surviving member of that push, Mantablack, Goofy, very, very good. 3 of them go down for Never Back Down, Never What as well, and now it's all from Mantablack to get that map control and to get back into this game.
They have all the specials ready to try and defend against Never Back Down, Never What. And it seems like they managed to make their way to the first checkpoint, but it seems like the unrelenting pressure from Risu pushes back Coffee, trying to make a desperate escape, and it seems like they managed to get taken out.
Yeah, no, when you're just panicking and trying to get out of there, you do falter like that driving into that corner. But everybody does it when the adrenaline gets high, when your blood keeps not coming through, you just panic and you do something a little bit wrong. There we go. And Never Back Down, Never What, getting back into that checkpoint, and we might see it go down.
And it seems like it does, with Never Back Down, Never What making it past the first checkpoint, and an unfortunate disconnect from Mantablack. Ooh.
Oh, that is yikes. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the rules here. Do you know what's going to happen from the disconnect? Is that like just game over?
I do believe it is the standard disconnect rules of if the game has not made past halfway or halfway through the time, this might be a replay.
Ooh, okay, yeah, no. That is completely fair. Halfway through the game, that seems... Yeah, no, that...
Indeed. It seems like Mantablack managed to catch themselves just before the halfway mark in time, made it past 3 minutes. Potentially, let's see here. The score was just a bit past, like, the first checkpoint, so it was probably about, like, 60-ish?
Yeah.
And the time was just barely just before the time limit of a replay, with exactly, I think, 3 minutes left on the clock before the game stopped.
Wow, that is just very unfortunate. But Never Back Down, Never What. We're taking that game by the horns again, so I believe that's probably what we're going to be seeing next again. But who knows, with that disconnect, it's still once again all to play for.
Indeed.
Yeah, sure, yeah. We're just going to take a look at the bracket.
Just as we wait for Mantablack to get their team member back, let's see how the rest of the other teams are faring.
Yeah, look at that. E.Nigma going 3-0 up on Lame Raspberry, whereas we're also just seeing some 2-0s from like NA Boobies to Suction Gups, and then a 2-1 from Seize the Moment to Watercolour Ripple. Watercolour Ripple able to make a play and get a game in that. And then, of course, as we see, Mantablack Never Back Down 2-0 concurrently. NFT Robbers and Lob still yet to put anything up on the battlefield. Same with Teammate and Krill Switch. And once again, there we go. Fickle Fishes getting the bye for round 3.
Indeed. Oh, this is looking quite the tournament so far.
Yeah, definitely. See something about overstanding as well.
Indeed, it is.
No.
Alright. There's just a we are currently talking to the voices in our heads that the stream cannot hear, so
I sometimes forget that that's, we have schizophrenia when we're doing commentary. I completely forget about that.
I'm sorry, yeah, we are talking about the almighty streamer god in our head that controls the rest of the stuff for us, so hopefully we get to the standings soon by the whims of our almighty god.
Yeah, no, these aren't the most accurate at the moment, just because, you know, we're seeing some games still in progress, so expect Never Back Down, Never War going straight back onto the top of this team leaderboard.
Indeed. With E.Nigma's win, they're currently on the top spot, but you know, with the other teams still in the middle of their games, this is going to be changing very, very quickly.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then, yeah, no, this has honestly changed up a little bit, but yeah, that is because a lot of the games are unfinished currently.
So, which team are you currently placing your bets into making it into finals?
Now, obviously, Never Back Down, Never War, and Mantablack. I believe both of them are going to get through, just from what we've seen today. And then E.Nigma looking very, very strong. I do love lobster emoji. So if you had to give me my picks, I think it would be those.
For me, yeah, same picks for me, but I think you should not count out, you know, the NA poopers, because I think that team is also made up of some very, very strong NA members who just haven't, you know, been shown on stream just yet. So who knows how their games, you know, play out.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, we could definitely give it to them. I can definitely see NA Poopers coming out into the finals, and that is really funny to say NA Poopers. So
NA Poopers.
honestly, I wish I was commentating this entire tournament just because I want to say all of the funny names that we have today.
Indeed.
Yeah, no, since we are waiting for a little bit for that disconnect to be sorted, we're just going to quickly throw it to a break while we wait. So yeah, hang on, and we'll be back for game 3 of this set.
All right, that was quite a short break, but we're already back in the game. Let's hope and see if the game will play out the same as we saw before, or will Mantablack, with the time, you know, from that disconnect to re-evaluate their strategy, will they be able to take back the game?
Who knows what we are going to be seeing as we actually back into this. You see again using that wall so incredibly well to get around him there, but there we go, both of them go down 3 up for both teams. The special being popped very, very quickly by both teams.
Mantablack still currently have the numbers advantage. They're 2 down on the side of Never Back Down, Never What? It seems like Mantablack are slowly making their way to the first checkpoint, but it seems like they get taken out quite quickly before they can make it to the checkpoint.
Exactly. Never back down, never doing what they always do, and never giving up as they try and get back in this game. Only with 2 people up, and there we go, the third one does go down, and the only person we do have up right now is that Exit, who is currently getting pushed by 2 players on the side of Mantablack. But you know, they are able to take one of them down. 2 of them go down for each team again now. What? I thought that in super shots. So hit him straight on.
Ooh, but it seems like Mantablack are making their way through the checkpoint, but it seems like just enough Never Back Down, Never What members come back to take out and shut down that push. Oh my god, it seems like Never Back Down, Never What are already mounting quite the strong push, but it seems like they get shut down, leaving only the pencil left back in mid for Mantablack to potentially get mid back.
Potentially, let us see what happens. We see that tower get that tower again thrown down to solo. Again, popping that killer whale. Everybody is just going at it to try and get the lead that they had once in the last game back. CJ just running around the tower, playing Ring Around the Rosie, a pocket full of posies with Mantablack. But there we go, they were able to stop them from going any further. They did get the checkpoint, and they did get the lead.
But it seems like Mantablack are mounting their own out push, but it seems like Never Back Down, Never What are back to their pencil once again. And it seems like Mantablack might get their opportunity to get through the first checkpoint once again. So hopefully they can do it.
Yeah, no, that was incredible. That was seeing them just run around the tower there. But look, they do get through. They do get the lead. Mantablack come back once again. That hammer coming out of the ink brush as they situate themselves, or at least try to do that second checkpoint, but they're unable to find anything as we see a wipeout to the side of Never Back Down, Never What. There we go, 2 minutes left in the game almost. And they get their second big push.
Indeed. Mantablack getting through the big hump of the first checkpoint are met by just the unrelenting defense of Never Back Down, Never What. So will they crumble against Never Back Down, Never What very, very strong offense? Or will they be able to push them back?
The ink brush once again goes down inside Never Back Down, Never What. Soda coming out still. Then look at the pencil trying to get jammed down. Jam able to dodge at least 4 of those shots. And there we go. They're back on the tower. 2 of them still down for Never Back Down, Never What. Looks like Mantablack is doing very well this version of the game.
It seems like a much more even all-out brawl, and with Jam pulling out the Zuka, taking out one member of Never Back Down, trying to take down Risu, taking down Risu, and another member of Never Back Down, Never What. This is going into the favor of Mantablack potentially.
Yeah, no, if I'm Never Back Down, Never What, I'm a little bit unhappy with that, you can see. But, like, what are you going to do? It's the game at the end of the day when you're playing online. So, Mantablack doing very well. You know, who knows, we could have definitely seen this. If we're seeing this right now, 2 of them go down thanks to that Izuka. Do we see 3? No, we do not see 3, but we do see 2. Very, very nice kills in there. Risu is the only one that's really being able to contest this from the front there as they jump back. And Mantablack are right back. The check ones, 2 people go down. Oh, the Watercolour kill.
Ooh, but yeah, it seems like the brush managed to take out 2 of the members of Mantablack on the tower, but it seems like the very, very well-timed whale from Jelly managed to take out even more members of Never Back Down, Never What, allowing Mantablack to stay in the field and not give up the advantage.
Yeah, no, exactly. They are just staying firmly in the driver's seat of this game. They know what it takes to take this game from Never Back Down, Never What. And all they have to do is just stay on that tower there. But no, Never Back Down, Never What, making a very, very desperate play to try and stay in this. And there we go, Mantablack able to actually make Never Back Down, Never What bleed. Able to finally throw a single rock at the head of Goliath if you're David. But they weren't able to take the set. But they were still able to keep a little bit of their pride and dignity by taking that last game.
And with that 1 win in this round, this gives the opportunity for Mantablack, if they do face Never Back Down, Never What in the single elimination bracket, you know, Never Back Down, Never What will have a bit more of a harder time against Mantablack.
Yeah, no, exactly. Mantablack, I feel like we're just finding their footing a little bit more in that last game. Never Back Down, Never What. Just didn't really have too much to answer to the new adaptation that Mantablack were bringing, And now, you know, who knows what we're going to be seeing next time these 2 absolute behemoths of this tournament face off.
And it seems like the standings have not updated just yet. No, it should be. We're still currently waiting on one more game, Team Name versus Krill Switch, for the full updated bracket, but it seems like Never Back Down, Never What now have the number 1 spot once again, with Lob in 2nd, E.Nigma in 3rd, and Mantablack in 4th.
Exactly as you say right there. And then who knows what else we're going to be seeing throughout the rest of this tournament, though. Who knows how this table is going to change even more.
Indeed.
damn. So okay, Never Back Down, Never and Lob have both already qualified.
So we just have one more round to go. So these standings might be upset by the results of the final round. So who knows? And with that, we'll now go into another break while we wait for round 3 to finish and move into round 4. So we'll see you guys a bit later. Hello and welcome back to Blue Ring Rumble 3. I am Olivia and I'm with Mr. Slap, and this time we will now be commentating NFT Robbers versus E.Nigma.
Yes, no, so I'm very excited to see what we get in this game, because E.Nigma, as we've been seeing from the leaderboard so far, have been doing very, very well in this tournament. But NFT Robbers, I cannot help but see that they are seed number 1 in this tournament.
Indeed, with different players like Enrage, who was quite a strong Western player. I want to see how this match plays out, with the first map being Robo Rom and Clamblitz.
Yeah, no, I can't say too much about this if I'm going to be completely honest, because I don't think I've ever played Clan Blitz on this map before.
It is actually quite cramped overall if you don't make use of the bottom flanks of Robo Ramen, because since the basket's quite far in, there's only really one way into that basket.
Oh yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, no, this is definitely going to be a very, very hard bit to push, but who knows what we're going to be seeing. Obviously, very, very balanced team composition for both teams. Okay, both teams are here. They've got their soda, they've got their pencil, they've got their V shots, and then just a little bit of differentiation from there. We've got double soda coming out.
But it seems like NFT robbers have quite the strong opening with both two of their front lines pincering from left and right, catching E.Nigma off guard, already making their way through into the other team's base, taking out two members and potentially already having a power clamp slowly building up. And it seems like the pencil has the power clamp with the whale going out to push back the rest of the E.Nigma. They managed to get the power clamp in at the cost of 3 of their members.
Yeah, no, that was just very unfortunate coming out, but very, very good defense there from E.Nigma, able to be like, okay, they're jumping in, let's just quickly stuff everything while we still can. They weren't able to get that defense before any more clamps can be thrown in, so it was a very easy comeback if you need a single push. Who knows what's going to happen as we've just been seeing NFT Brothers take this game by the horns and completely drive it so far. Crab coming out again as well, but one of them do go down.
And I have just noticed, but E.Nigma is running quite the unconventional double cooler comp.
Yeah, no, I said that at the beginning that they are running double soda. They've got their Enzak and you have got the pencil, so we're going to see so much soda out, so much saving special, so much coming back instantly from respawn. If both of them are able to get that soda, there you go, as a result of that soda is getting caught.
And it seems like both teams are just duking it out in mid, just all out brawl, none of them making really full headway through into the other team's list, but it seems like NFT Robbers managed to take out 3 members, wiping out E.Nigma and setting themselves up for a double power clam push.
And they get it.
Oh, they get it at the cost of an entire wipeout, risking so much map control being lost to E.Nigma. And it seems like E.Nigma already quickly make their way into MP Robbers' base.
Yeah, that's what they need to do about it. If you're E.Nigma, you just got to You've already got 2 pushes done on you. You need to be getting in there. Soda being set up. Looks like it's going to make it even easier. 2 sodas. Oh, but look at that. The Gao moving in. Once again, stopping that push right in its track. One of your power gone.
Indeed, with 2 of their members down, it seems like this is going to be another opportunity for NFT Robbers to make a push with the Trizuka going out, scaring off E.Nigma's players from, pushing forward. But it seems like the pencil with the rest of their members seem to take down 2 members of NFT Robbers, and are slowly already once again making their way into NFT Robbers' base.
Nine-year-old, I'm guessing that's what that stands for. Very, very funny tag coming into the game. He gets stopped as well. Robbers behind wall.
And just as you say, they have 2 members go down, but it seems like the remaining members still manage to push back E.Nigma just enough to just, soften that push, even losing, that 1 power climb. It seems like they managed to push back E.Nigma just enough so they can't make quite a strong lead if they weren't weakened.
Yeah, no, the Eldritch get a few tiny little clams pushed in right at the end there. But look at that, and Dragonuto able to push in, get 2 splats of their own as they wait for the rest of their team to catch up, get some clams to push in. But they do realize that they have to get out while the rest of their team continue this push.
Yeah, and it seems like NFT Robbers are just having quite just a dominant control of the map. Just having E.Nigma on their toes trying their best to push them back, but it seems like they managed to jump in a power clam with a two power clams now, and with the splash with a ton of regular clams. This might be NFT Robbers' push to just absolutely dominate the lead.
I mean, yeah, with 30 seconds left in the game, this is where you need to be. You're ready to lock this game any moment.
But it seems like E.Nigma are just being just enough of a nuisance so that, you know, NFT Robbers just can't make their way through to get the power clam in. But it seems like NFT Robbers are just having just enough power to finally make that push in.
A triple push to seal this game out. Overtime happening, but no, you get so many splats there right at the end of the game, and you are still one that throws that clam into the basket. What a
Indeed. NFT Robbers just, like, all these teams who are just quite very, very strong in the tournament just have something, just this offense that just most teams just crumble against.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, that game was just heavily pushed by NFT Robbers there. They just controlled the momentum, they controlled the pushes, they controlled everything. And even though E.Nigma was able to get that one single push there that they were able to push off, it was only a single power clam and just a few tiny little clams. But they might be a little bit more comfortable because we're going to be heading to one of the most played maps and modes in this entire game. TC map. Oh no, not TC, fucking Zone. Zone.
It's
yeah,
Zone's
Zone.
Make Art. Still pretty good just because it is Make Art, so I want to see how E.Nigma will play around this map.
Yeah, no. It will be very hard to see what's going to be happening because, like, both teams, I'm sure, are very prolific with this map. Both of them know what they're doing. Both of them know what's going to be going on. So it's just going to be seeing whose team composition will really outpower the other one. And from what we saw in the first game, NFT Robbers definitely able to get through. And I'm just putting it out there that NFT Robbers definitely do have the capacity to go through and get this clean sweep.
Indeed, and it seems like we'll be now moving into the actual game.
Yeah, no, exactly. Let's just see here, complete the same composition coming out from NFT Robbers, but E.Nigma changing it up a little bit, changing someone out for a blaster.
Yeah, and it seems like E.Nigma are trying their best to play with Micro Mark strength, just having that range blaster trying to exploit the off angles and the bumpy terrain, but it seems like it's not enough. It seems with NFT Robbers already taking out 3 members, E.Nigma, and taking the zone is going to be quite a tricky situation for E.Nigma to try and make their way out of.
Yeah, no, exactly. Look at that NFT Robbers once again being so dominant, so aggressive, able to get so many splats right at the start of the game, and they're still just pushing it straight back into their base.
And this is going to be quite hard for E.Nigma to make their way out of, because every single member of NFT Robbers are just there and waiting and ready to just take them out the second they drop. But it seems like E.Nigma are trying their hardest to try and take the zone, putting it into neutral, but it seems like NFT Robbers managed to capture the zone just before they're able to get the zone. But just as I say that, E.Nigma are trying their hardest to capture the zone, taking out 1 member of NFT Robbers and getting the zone.
Yeah, no, exactly. Very good playstyle from E.Nigma. Able to get that zone, able to get it in control. 39.7 NFT Robbers. We do have a little bit of a mountain to climb, a little bit of place to go to get back into this game. And look how you just unable to get the pencil there, just getting a little bit of dings, few hits. No flats, but they're still in control of the zone, and more sodas are popping up.
But it seems like E.Nigma managed to lose the zone against NFT Robbers, cornering one of the members of E.Nigma into court, taking them out. But it seems like the pencil is there, waiting and ready to take out any stragglers from NFT Robbers. But it still seems like NFT Robbers still has control of the zone. But just as I say that, they lose it to E.Nigma with the Trizuka.
We love a good little bit of a commentary. Always comes out just when we need it. There we go. E.Nigma keeping control of this zone, even though it's also it's more. Both pencils really trying to control where they are on the map. We've seen one of them up on the stack over there. So back there. And here we have 9-year-old once again pushing in. There we go, getting one splash. Are we able to see two?
No, but it seems like E.Nigma might get the lead, but it seems like Empty Robbers struggle against alone, but it seems like it was not enough with E.Nigma getting the lead. This might go into the favor of E.Nigma if NFT Robbers do not make a good enough defense and push to take back the zone.
Exactly, and look at that right there. E.Nigma keeping control of the zone. As soon as I said that, no, but they do get that wipeout. And I believe the time is just going to tick down. There we go. It's now 1-all. I think this is the first game that we have ever seen that has not gone to 2-0.
Indeed, indeed. This is going to be the first 1-1 of this stream, so any team can take the last game now. Well,
yeah, no, look, like, that is, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that it has gone to 1-1. We have waited this long for a game to go down to the wire.
so this last game, Rainmaker Scorch, this can be anyone's game now, because despite despite NFT Robbers' dominant play in Robo Ramen, they still lost the Meko Mart zone, so E.Nigma can take this back.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm stupid. I've just been informed that 9YO is actually GYO. So yeah, I've been saying that
So
wrong
yo?
this entire, yeah, yo, I've been saying that wrong this entire time. I'm a little bit stupid, actually, by the way, guys. If you guys haven't seen it already, I am a massive idiot. Like, I am so dumb.
It's fine. You're selling yourself short, man. You woke up quite early in the morning for this, so some of this stuff might be expected, but it seems like we are now moving into the final and last game of the Swiss bracket.
That is definitely G. I do not know what I am on this moment, but look at that, the Nautilus coming out. The NFT robbers. I don't believe they didn't have that before, where they, I don't think they at least had 2 V-shots.
Pulling up quite the strong open, already getting the tactical out on the field, going 3-3 against each other, but it seems like E.Nigma managed to take out 2 members at the cost of another 2 members of their own, but it seems like E.Nigma are trying their hardest to make a hold on. Am I mixing up the colors or never mind.
No, it's completely fine.
And it seems like NFT Robbers are trying their hardest to push out E.Nigma from getting that chocolate with the tri-zoot, but it seems like the range blaster moves in and tries to take out one of the shots.
If you're E.Nigma right now, you just want to take this game as quickly as possible, as we saw in the first game. What NFT Robbers do is just set up that iron wall of a defense in their base, because that's just how parameters work. Like E.Nigma won the last game there just because you had that midpoint that you were able to attack. Nobody was pushing each other really back too much. You always had to protect that zone. It was all about protecting the basket. That was what NFT was really good at doing. As I'm talking about that, NFT Robbers coming back with a push of their own and getting through that checkpoint.
Like this, all pulled up, they might be getting to the lead, and they got the lead, taking out 2 members of E.Nigma, getting a very, very strong lead, going into 2v2 against each other, but it seems like E.Nigma haven't managed to cut down the push where it stands, but it seems like NFT Robbers are not giving up just yet, trying to stay in E.Nigma's space to try and keep the push alive, but it seems like it's not.
Yeah, no, the push is all over now. It's E.Nigma gets that Rainmaker again, and we just see him try, and there we go, trading with the Rainmaker. You love to see it happen if you're on the opposing team, because that just sets them back even more. Even though they get the pot there, they've just had to wait so long. Look at Dragon Nuto sharking, comes out to attack, and are they able to get one of them? Yes, they are.
Can pull out brawl in mid, but it seems like E.Nigma are not giving up, but it seems like they get pushed back by the Zuka. Great, but it's, oh my, I just can't tell what's going on. There's so much going on.
What I can see though is NFT Robbers is just getting splat after splat after splat right here in mid. Are they going to be able to get this Rainmaker? No, because Geo is able to just fend it off.
God, this is just a back and forth brawl right now. Like after that immense lead push, it seems like both teams are trying their hardest to prevent the other from getting any kind of advantage.
Oh, and look at that! All of them instantly getting the soda at the same time. That was beautiful. That is done something. That is great. And look at that! Two people going straight down. And there we go. The only person up right now is the Pencil. But no, they're not anymore. As what a push! And now we're going to be seeing E.Nigma try and get this lead back into this game. Stopping the tracks. I thought they were just going to keep running straight forward, but they don't know now. One person goes down. The NFC Robbers. And another kill. Here comes the try. Zuko once again trying to go after the Rainmaker. And somebody is able to get it. As we are both up for each team. Oh no, and the push is stopped as there we go. The jump comes in and is quickly sorted out by NFT Robbers. 1 minute left. The clock is ticking for E.Nigma. We need to pull something out here.
With NFT Robbers in quite strong control of mid and most of the map, this will be quite difficult for E.Nigma to make their way out because it seems like that Nautilus is popping off.
Yeah, no, exactly. All they need to do here is just for that last 38 seconds just keep pushing and poking forward, also keeping a hold of the Rainmaker. There we go. Two people are going down again for E.Nigma.
Like that Rainmaker is just trying its hardest to stay alive, and it seems like they get taken down by one of the shots. Hold on, no, that was the AUNZ, and it seems like E.Nigma are trying to pull out their one last final push, try and get the lead back, but it seems like NFT Robbers is already at the ready to take down the Rainmaker.
Oh my god, look at them going, getting splat after splat. And now NFT Robbers are just going to keep that Rainmaker shield from being unpopped, completely content with leaving it there. They are able to get this game, this set, this match. 2-1 NFT Robbers.
Ooh.
That was down to the wire.
Game.
That was close, wasn't it?
Indeed. And with that, the Swiss bracket is over, and we will now move into a single elimination bracket with the teams who made the top cut of Swiss.
Yeah, no. Have all the games finished yet, or was that is that a very?
Let's double check. It seems like this game is the first game to finish, so we have a bit more time left before we move into the single elimination bracket. So
no, we can't really look at the leaderboard a little bit, can we?
Indeed. So indeed, we will be now moving into a break to let the rest of round 4 play out. So we'll see you guys once again when the single elimination bracket starts.
Yeah, no, and before we go, I just want to point out that was my last game, so you won't be seeing any more of me today. That's probably for the best, as I have slipped up a little bit so far, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed my comms. I always enjoy my time here, so once again, I have been M-Slap. You can find me at Twitter with that at there if you so desire. But yeah, no, it was lovely to be here, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of this tournament. I definitely will be watching the stream. So yeah, see you guys all soon.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Blue Ring Rumble 3. My name is Cookie. I've just joined in place of, who was it commentating? Mr. Slap was commentating before. But hey guys, I'm Cookie. I'm a competitive player from Oceania. If you're from Oceania, you probably know who I am. And if you're not, hey, it's nice to meet you. How's it going, Olivia? How's the tournament been so far?
Oh, the tournament has been quite great with some great games we have just watched, with teams showing their like full strength in Swiss. I'm gonna be quite looking forward to how they perform in brackets.
Yeah, I've heard there's been some extremely close games, and we're going into the single elimination top cut. First game we're watching is going to be Mantablack versus Team Name. These are both Oceanic teams who are going to be competing in the Oceanic series, actually, which is coming up, OCE's version of Ludi. Some really, really good performances from the players in these teams. We've seen Mantablack do really well in weeklies so far. Okay, here's the map list. We got the map list for the best of 3, round 1 of Top Cut. Tower Control and Hagglefish first. Then we're going on to Clams, Crableg, and if it goes to round 3, Zones on Robo Ramen.
Indeed. With both teams being somewhat similar in skill, I think this round will be quite the one to watch.
Absolutely. These teams are in the 4th and 5th place, which means this is pretty much a qualifying round for the top cut. Whichever team wins here is going to go into the bracket proper. That's because they're both tied. I think they're tied at the bottom 2 places, which means whichever team comes out on top here is going to be the one to move on. From what you've seen of these team strategies so far, how do you think they're going to fare on Hagglefish Tower Control?
I think both of these teams have quite similar strategies of just being quite aggressive overall and not letting their opponent have any moment of rest. So I don't know which team will win the battle of aggression, but I might be leaning towards Mantablack.
That's great to lodge your stakes in early. I have no clue who's going to take it on top. I don't know what their compositions are going to look like. I've just come in for now. But as soon as this match starts, we are going to find out what the playing field looks like between these two teams. I know that Hagglefish Zones is quite an open map, and it absolutely benefits the really long-range specials in this game, like Trizuka and Crab Tank. So if these teams decide to stack on those, on top of a Tacticooler, which always helps with pushes, that's the go-to standard for this map in OCE. But of course, you can always see it deviate from that, and I'm not sure which way it's going to go. So yeah, I'm excited for this finals. I believe the teams are getting ready. I don't know if they're picking their weapons or something, but we might be early. Okay, so we've just started that 90-second timer. Teams are picking their weapons now, and we are going to go on to round 1, or game 1 of round 1. This is exciting stuff. I'm excited. Okay.
Indeed.
All right, let's do it. So here we go. Game 1, best of 3. Tower Control on Hagglefish Market. Mantablack versus Team Name. Let's see what the compositions they pull out here. Of course, you got Ko on that signature Splatana Wiper. We've got Umbrella coming out from Slanted over here.
Indeed, quite a unique choice overall, because I don't think you see this Umbrella being played at all.
No, not in North America at least, but we know that Slanted likes their Umbrellas, and so they're pulling them out here, especially for that Inkjet, which is going to help peek over the top of the buildings in mid. Both teams looking for control at the moment. There's some fights going on.
And it seems like Mantablack was going to win most of the fights so far, but it seems like Team Name managed to eke out the advantage just now and are slowly making their way into mid and pushing back Mantablack.
Oh, really, really good Trizuka timing here. Mantablack just took back control of mid. I think, yeah, Team Name has been forced to scramble a little bit, get their defenses up. Out comes the Inkjet from Slanted. how's Mantablack going to regain their control? It doesn't look like they'll be able to.
Yeah, it seems like Team Name with that inkjet are pushing back Mantablack from getting to that first checkpoint and getting, but it seems like Mantablack is not giving up just yet, holding quite the strong control of mid, but it seems like they're slowly making their way through with the hammer going up, but getting taken out really, really quickly.
Yeah, that Tacticooler is helping Mantablack keep the pressure on even when they lost their footing. Here they come to checkpoint number 1. We've got 2 members up in the front, whipping out their specials. Team Name really needs to pull their defenses together. They're 2 players down. Zuka's coming out. Oh, whoa, okay, this push is looking to snowball really, really quickly. They've already got another cooler up.
It seems like Mantablack is slowly already getting back into a roll, and they're just overwhelming Team Name. Team Name needs to get back on their feet to even have the chance of pushing out Mantablack, but it seems like it's not working in their favor.
No, this is a dismantlement of all of their positioning. Team Name is currently scrambling to get every bit of Mantablack out. Are they gone? That's it.
Oh.
Okay, Mantablack's push has been shut down.
Indeed, but knowing Mantablack, they're going to be back in the field quite quickly before Team Name can make any headway through mid, and it seems like this is what is happening with a 3v3 all-out brawl in mid going on core, just distracting Team Name, taking out 3 of their members.
That was an excellent flank on the side of Koa, helping their team regain the footing they lost. Team Name was making it back into mid, but the Mantablack's coolers are really, really well timed. We're going to see Koa jump straight back in because they died with cooler. They're going to be able to hold onto that checkpoint.
Indeed, but it seems like Team Name managed to take out 2 members of Mantablack and potentially set themselves up for a push through mid, but it seems like Jelly has another thing to say, going out with the flank, taking out Yosaf and keeping Slanted busy.
The amount of pressure Jelly was able to put on there is really, really good. I mean, Mantablack hasn't got as much control of mid right now, but we're going to watch Jelly come in and be a little bit of a nuisance, especially on this left side as the fight begins. How are they going to stop Team Name from being able to roll them down?
And it
Jelly coming out with really, really well-timed fights.
Oh my god. And Jelly pulling out his reputation as being a very, very strong mechanical player, taking out 4 members of the team, going for the crab and jumping out.
Wow, he just decided to wreak havoc and just leave as soon as their team was there to help them out. That was really, really good timing. Mantablack doesn't really need to push up that far. They could go for the knockout, but it seems like they're having a pretty good time defending the tower from checkpoint 1. It's in Team Name's best interest to figure out how to get around the rapid cooler they're pulling out.
But it seems like they might not get the opportunity to do that with Mantablack mounting on a very, very strong and offensive push, pushing back Team Name, getting them wiped out. This is going to be the end with them getting the knockout.
That was that was really a lot of pressure from Mantablack onto Team Name. Team Name was never really able to break through because of the constant coolers that they had. They would be constantly taking fights and taking them at the correct times to be able to take advantage of them right after. Even if they messed it up, they're back with cooler. I think they had a lot better cooler timings than Team Name did, and that let them slowly roll up and then eventually snowball to the victory there.
Indeed, and this is also the first time on stream that Mantablack actually pulls out a backline at all, because what we've seen so far, they've only been running backless comps with just Naught or a CDS as their longest range weapon. So I think having a backline and a cooler is going into their favor very, very well.
Yeah, do you reckon they're playing that that pencil in response to something Team Name might do, or do you think they just decided to pivot because it's better for these maps? Do you think we'll see something different on Crab Leg?
I think, given their performance in the Swiss round, I think they just needed to pivot into having a cooler, because these stronger teams just can overwhelm Mantablack in the same way they can overwhelm other teams.
Right, of course. So they weren't playing cooler before.
Indeed, yep.
Okay, so now that they've popped out the cooler, you saw how effective that was in being able to maintain their position. Team Name's going to have to do something to prevent them from gaining as much traction as they did in that game, especially on a map as choky as Clam Blitz on Crableg, where there are opportunities to push, but not too many places to go from. I think we're having a sub in as well. I think A is subbing in for is it Mantablack? Yeah, A is going to be subbing in for Mantablack. I don't know who's subbing out, but I know that A likes to play. I think A plays Pencil. I might be wrong about that.
I think A usually plays and specializes in backlines like ballpoint and pencil. So yeah.
If Pencil worked out as well as it did for Mantablack that game, we might see a really strong game for game 2. But I think Team Name will have to really think about what they can do to counter that really strong play.
Indeed, and now we'll be moving on to Clam Blitz Crab Leg.
Yes, indeed. Mantablack versus Team Name. We're seeing the same composition come out from Mantablack. And Team Name is running a Tent Umbrella, which is really, really good on Crableg. I think that's a pretty decent pivot, especially since they're running, the Tri-Zuka one. They've got double Zuka on Crableg.
This might give them the opportunity to push back and go against the overall aggressiveness of Mantablack. It seems like it might not be working out so far, because with Koa just rushing down the crab, they just already having a quite oppressive presence on the field.
I think we've got Jam on a really good flank with the 180 Zuka. It's going to take out one member and start distracting them from the back. Team Name isn't ready for these extremely aggressive plays from Mantablack, which is just always keeping them on their toes. They've got this Tent Umbrella on their team. They're going to need to position around them, and that might be hard with how mobile Mantablack is.
Indeed, the Pencil is trying their best to block Mantablack from making it into the basket. It seems like it's not working with Cole, pulling out the hammer, taking out 3 members of Team Name. This is going to be Mantablack's first opportunity to try and get the power clam in to the basket.
They're at their basket. That was so fast, I didn't even notice. Okay. Mantablack's back in mid. Slanted is out here with his Zuka. Does not notice Jelly. Right on top of them. They're going to have to watch out for these flanks. Team Name, what could they do to get around how annoying these players are playing? Annoying in a good way, by the way, which is really helping them out.
I think they just need to play their attention very well, because Mantablack appears anywhere and everywhere on the map. So if you focus on one half of their team too much, you'll be surprised by the other half. So you have to spread your attention well enough to just keep your eyes on both sides.
Yeah, and even when you get 2 players down, like the Pencil player on Team Name just did, they've got Cooler, so they jump straight back in. I think what Team Name's going to need to do is they've got their tent, which is sort of the center of their composition. They're going to need to use Mantablack's poison against it. The taste of their own medicine, if you will. We've got a Zuka coming out. May have been this time, but we've got a Jelly flank. Let's see how this plays out. Really, really good pick.
Ooh, but it seems like, despite the really good pick, Mantablack's Clam and Cloudy is just not good enough to have a power clam just yet. But just as I say, they have a power clam, so another commentator's curse,
Yeah, that's how it goes. They're always going to be playing towards the objective. Clam Blitz, you can commonly forget to pick up clams, but Mantablack's playing so mobile, I'm not surprised that they are. But they've got coolers. They're going to have a jump in. They're going to start scoring now. This is their opportunity.
Now that they have the power clam in and a bunch of clams, it seems like this is going to be their opportunity to just have a very, very powerful and strong league that Team Name will have to struggle and do their best to try and, get the lead from.
Yeah, that tent's going to need to do some work. The tent does go down, but I think that tent and the players surrounding the tent is going to have to be the key. Got a bit of fights going on the side. Watercolour on the splash. Oh, that's not. Yeah, that is a splash. My bad. That crab combined with the tent might be their ticket in if they don't keep falling down to the absolutely aggressive fights that Jelly and Koa pulling off all the time. Oh, but they're both down. That's a wipe.
Yeah, but but it seems like the aggression Kawa and Jelly have pulled out have gone to bite themselves in the ass, giving Team Name the opportunity to get a push with the Zuka going out, pushing back the rest of the respawning Mantablack, but not long enough for them to really make their way into the basket, with Mantablack already recuperating and pushing back with even more aggression.
Nice. Team Name had some ground there, but I don't think they had teammates around their splatter shot to help them bolster it down, and then they all just got picked one by one in a clean sweep by Mantablack. They're going to have to do something with the weapons and the resources they've got to stop the plays that are happening right now.
But it seems like Mantablack's overall just aggressive force and lockout just won't let Team Name get out of their base. With the pencil going in, distracting the rest of Team Name.
Even
How
the pencil.
With Mantablack enough time, giving Mantablack enough time just to recuperate and just, you know, and just overwhelm Team Name once again.
With 15 seconds left in the match, they're going to have to pull out every stop they can to get past 19 on the scoreboard. They're going to have to play really well about this tent shield, but it just gets shredded by everything Mantablack has. They've got a power clam, 20 seconds to make it into the basket. He's going for it. They're going for it.
Will they have the clam economy to even get the lead back in this overtime? With Clam
like it right
for them. Who knows?
Good plays by the tent. He's got nothing else to sustain them.
Oh,
hit.
Oh.
Okay, don't say anything yet. Oh no, they crab in the middle. I think they tried to go for it. Oh! Hold your breath.
Keeping overtime on for a bit longer, but it seems like this might be the end. With Mantablack taking out all of Team Name on the basket, this is the end. With Mantablack winning this round. Moving on to round 2.
Yeah, Mantablack moves on. Team Name tried to use anything they could to get past that 20, and it just wasn't enough. You can see they popped crab there just to sustain themselves long enough to get their jumps back in, but they didn't have anything left to stop those jumps from getting shredded by Mantablack. Very, very well played by both teams, but the amount of pressure Mantablack put on Team Name was just unmatchable, especially with like how well they were rolling those coolers out. And every time they would lose a fight, straight back in. It was really, really good of them. So great work, Mantablack. Great work, Team Name. But Mantablack is going to be the team to move on to round 2. Technically the actual bracket, but it's round 2 of the top cut.
So we'll be back once round 2 starts and the streamer will get things organized. So we'll see you back very soon.
See you then. Hey guys, we're back. Hasn't been too long, but our streamer unfortunately has a bit of an emergency, so we're not going to be able to operate the overlays for, I think, a little bit. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but that's alright. We've still got a really, really good round 2 match coming up between the team named Lob and Mantablack, who we just saw fight team name. Have you seen Lob play in any games so far, Olivier?
No, I think this is the first time Lob has been streamed this entire tournament, so I'm going to be looking forward to how they perform, because Lob is an entire different team I have never heard of before, and from a region I have never heard of.
A region you have never heard of. I'm going to quickly check the Battle5 bracket just to see which players are on this team, see what we're dealing with here. If we take a look at the Swiss bracket, I think Lob is like... Yeah, Lob has won all of the Swiss rounds so far. They're the only ones who've won every single one, and apparently they are a pickup. They're a pickup team,
Oh.
which is really, really impressive that they have won everything so far. I believe the player... I'm going to check the rosters real quick. Yep, so I believe... I'm getting some information here. Himedeo is OCE, but it's a bunch of other various players from other regions coming in just to play a pickup for this tournament. And they've been doing really well, apparently. So I'm excited to see what weapons they pull out, what kind of compositions they bring. Lob seems to be composed of Fiction, Drifty, Himedeo, a Dragon Knight, little music note, and Bob Ross. I can't believe Bob Ross is back from the dead. That's crazy.
Oh my god. And for Splatoon, a painting game.
Just for Splatoon. Yeah, a painting game. What?
What?
I better see that Octoling with the afro.
I'm double checking the overlay right now that we have on stream, and I think that both teams are on the overlay are quite wrong. So
The teams on the overlay are not correct, but there's nothing we can do about that at the moment.
So hopefully once our streamer comes back, they can fix that. So right now we're just quite stuck with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no worries there. We know that the teams are Lob and Mantablack. You can tell by the clan tag that Mantablack uses the very, very stylish MB right there. All right, as the players get into this lobby, I'm going to check what the maps are for this set because we won't be able to show them up on the stream. I believe the maps are going to be map list. I don't know where I can find them.
I'm currently looking at the official Bleeding Rebel server. The round 2 maps are Rainmaker Undertow, Tower Control Manta Maria, and Clam Blitz Inc. Blood Art Academy.
Oh, we're going from Rainmaker Undertow, which is, I think, Mantablack was not the team playing Tent, but I do know Tent is really good there. Yeah, Rainmaker Undertow. Okay, our stream is back. It's all good.
The voice in our head is back. Hopefully they can fix everything wrong with this overlay.
the teams being wrong and stuff, but that's okay.
Oh, finally.
There we go. We've got our fancy
everything's
graphics
fixing
back.
itself. Yippee.
Sweet sweet After Effects goodness. We've got our little lobster emoji for Mantablack versus Lob. Alright, so we were just talking about the map list for this set. So if we would chuck that up real quick. Yep, so we've got Rainmaker Undertow as the first game, going into Tower Control Manta, and game 3 will be Clan Blitz Inkblot if it lasts that long. What are your thoughts, Olivia, on Rainmaker Undertow as a map in this wonderful video game that is very balanced?
I think Rainmaker Undertow is just one of the few default maps for the Rainmaker mode in Undertow.
Absolutely.
Because like you will always see at least Rainmaker Undertow at least once in a tournament, if you know, like with like a limited map list, because this map is just good enough for this mode.
Yep, it is one of the three, probably one of the 3 or 4 Rainmaker maps nobody will complain about, and that is because everything sorta is good here, and you have multiple ways you could go, even though the left route is pretty stock standard for being able to defend the checkpoint and continue pushing after you go. The right one, obviously not so much. Considering Mantablack plays extremely fast and mobile, we're gonna have to see where they place their players at any given time, how well they coordinate, and what Lob is going to do in response.
Indeed, this is a team we have not seen the gameplay of at all on stream, so this is going to be a surprise for the both of us. So I really look forward to seeing how they will, deal with Mantablack's overall aggressiveness.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the playstyle that does really, really well in competitive at the moment, especially with Tacticooler being so prevalent. Is just the players who play really aggressive just get to be absolutely enabled by their cooler teammate. That's just how it is. It's like E.Nigma from Splatoon 2. You'd need an armor teammate who just plays armor. In this game, it's the cooler teammate, but the cooler teammate actually has to participate in the match. You can't just pop it from anywhere. So I'm excited. I'm excited because this map is very open. And so Mantablack, if they want to play cooler, is going to have to stay together. And the same goes for Lob. I wonder if they're going to play coolerless at all. Especially for Rainmaker. Might not be the best idea unless they are absolutely confident in their defensive capabilities.
And one small detail right now, the stream has just opened channel point betting on which team you think will win. So put in your bets right now and potentially get a very, very high channel point win.
Currently it's at 21% votes for Mantablack with, there's only 4 votes at the moment. Everybody chuck your votes in. It's going to go either way. When voting ends, we'll tell you what the percentages are. I love these betting, the little predictions, chucking all the channel points on the line. That's so awesome.
Yeah, and it seems like chat is going back and forth about which team will be winning this round, flip-flopping between Mantablack and Lob, with Mantablack now having a 57% vote confidence.
Yeah, 57% vote confidence with 5 viewers to 2 voting. Somebody who voted for Lob cashed in like 2k channel points. I believe that's gonna be very, very high cash out for the players who are voting on either side. It's gonna be fun.
Indeed. And now we are finally moving into the game of Rainmaker Undertow.
Yes, we do. We have Mantablack versus Lob. Here's Mantablack with the same composition from the last match. Lob here with a cooler on the NZAP and also a ZNF scope, I believe, which is really cool because they have tri-strikes.
Seems like both teams will be going for quite an aggressive comp. And it seems like both teams are now currently taking it all out in mid, with the roller getting ganged up on trying to take out the wiper. And it seems like they'll bite themselves in the ass, taking 3 members down. Will Mantablack goes for the checkpoint on left.
They're going for it. There's still a player behind them. They're going to get pincered by whoever's behind them, I think. But they're rolling their way forward ever so slightly. And there they go. They're doing really, really well to hold Lob back despite the aggressive plays that they're making. Here's Draconite at the back. Gets taken out. The Roller's being a hero. Coming back with coolers. And that was a really, really strong first push on grades.
And it seems like they managed to shut down Mantablack, but it seems like Mantablack will not be giving up enough space with the pencil, being quite far forward, allowing for the rest of the team to come back, which seems like it won't be working out with 3 members being taken out, but only with Jelly on the field, taking out already 1 member. Maybe Jelly might take this back for Mantablack.
Yeah, it seems like the roller and the wiper on the side of Lob are sort of matching the same playstyles that Jelly and Koa take on Mantablack. So they're meeting their match at the moment. We've got they just made a really, really successful first push, and they're going to have to show how well they can defend against a comp as equally aggressive as theirs, as Lob takes the first checkpoint on the right side.
But it seems quite risky with Mantablack already mounting quite a strong defense, while Lob tries their hard to get that top, but it seems like the Whale will push them back a bit further, take out one of their members.
Yeah, they're getting pushed right back out to mid. The cooler player making sure they stay alive and their team can come back and pick up their drinks. They're going to be able to go in for one nice good push now that the whole team has coolers. Someone gets taken out on Mantablack and they're going for a push. Ooh.
Oh, but it seems like it might go in their favor with only Koa left with a hammer, with two members of the team coming back. It might be their chance to get to the boat. Oh, but it seems like they just ignore the hammer and get the lead by 1 point.
One single point, and are they going to push it any further? It seems like they've bolstered their defense. As it ends up here. And there's that enough. They push it further! Down to 18. Yeah, Mantablack's really meeting their makers here. A team that is equally, maybe more aggressive than they are, and they've got strikes on their side, which is sort of doing a little bit more work than the Stampers at the moment.
But it seems like the Rainmaker position could be quite difficult for Lob to make their way in, but just as they say that, it seems like the Roller and the
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! Oh my
That
god!
was sneaky! That was
That
sneaky.
was sneaky! Oh my god!
Mantablack have been taken down 1 point by the very same aggressive flanks they used previously. Lob taking a really, really good game one on Rainmaker Undertow Spillway, using everything they had to make sure that anytime they went down, they'll be right back in to surprise any member of the other team. That was really, really good aggressive plays from Lob. I'm very satisfied with that performance. I'm excited to see how tower control goes.
And especially that knockout from Lob might sting on Mantablack, especially of how they knocked out. So Mantablack will need to lock it in for Manta Maria tower control. What are your opinions on this map?
This map, let's see. From the perspective of Mantablack, it might be harder to play against the weapons Lob is using. I'm trying not to sound as biased here. I know Mantablack is the OCE team, but this map gets very hard to push through chokes, and Lob has all of the tools necessary, at least with that comp they just used, to play well in that street that Manta Tower has. They've got their big bubbler, they've got their tri-strikes, and they have a roller and wiper that love to shark around. I think if they stick to the same strategies they've used in the last match, ultra a bit for tower control, they will do just fine here. What Mantablack is going to have to do is make sure they focus a lot more on their defense, because they were able to play so aggro before in previous rounds, but now that they're fighting a team that is just as aggressive, they're finding themselves in situations like leaving the Rainmaker open for someone to sneak behind them. They can't let that happen, or else they're knocked out of the top cut.
Indeed, the roles have now reversed on Mantablack, so they will just have to try their hardest to play in a playstyle that just don't play quite often.
Yeah, and that's not to discount Lob at all, because they are playing really, really well at the moment. Mantablack's just going to have to pull through and get used to a playstyle they're not used to playing against, which is pretty much their own. I wonder if they're going to actually use, if Lob's actually going to use Z and F here again. I would expect it, because tri-strikes are quite good on this map, especially for flushing out the bunker area in mid, and also the left side that you can jump onto from the tower path.
Indeed.
As we wait for the match to get in here, do you have any particular opinions on this map?
Oh, Manta Maria is just the map I do not have fun playing on all too often. Not because of any particular reason, it just doesn't feel nice to me for some reason.
It is quite cramped, especially in mid. Everyone has to pass through there, and that makes certain specials like the Trizuka really, really good. Both teams having a cooler, only Mantablack having a Zuka. They're going to have to pop those out at the right times, because I didn't really see any come out in that Rainmaker game. So we're gonna be watching closely how they adapt in tower control.
All right, it seems like things are taking quite a while to move on to the second round. So, a voice in our heads, what is going on right now? It seems like they're currently on the timer with a substitution from one of the teams to try and adjust to this map mode. So, what you expect from the substitution, Cookie?
I think it was Mantablack who had the substitution. I don't know who subbed out, but perhaps with another player with a different mindset pulling in, they'll be able to balance out the aggression to counteract the playstyle that Lob is bringing in. I feel like we're really close to the match starting. We are on the timer for selecting weapons. Any moment now, this game is going to begin. We're going to see how well tower control on Manta Maria fares. Okay, so Draco from OCE has subbed in for Mantablack. Draco very, very famous for his aggressive plays. So, pretty good fit for Mantablack. Let's hope they'll be able to be a good equalizing force to Lob. And let's see if you're voting for Lob in the betting. Let's hope that they can take him out really, really easily. Yep, Draco has subbed in for here we go, round 2, Mantablack versus Lob. We've got the same thing from Mantablack, except with a squeezer. And we've got a custom blaster coming out on Lob. Interestingly, Mantablack does not have a cooler.
Indeed, this is quite their default comp, so maybe this is what they're going to be used to. Maybe what playing well with quite a strong opening from them, taking as much of the map as they can, pushing back a Lob.
Yeah, I think they're going to be playing for the double Zuka here. Not going to be possible as 2 of their members go down from the diving down roller. That's a wipeout. They did not notice all of the members of Lob just scrambling to all the different spots and diving onto them at once. What a great answer. And they've all got their specials now. This is a disadvantage for Mantablack.
It seems to be right hard for Mantablack to get out of this situation, but it seems like it might be going in their favor, taking out 2 members of Lob, but it seems like with the Trizuka taking out even 2 more members, pushing them out, leaving the Spartana Wiper by themselves to try and get their hammer and take up, but it seems like Koa showing who's boss and who's the better Wiper player, taking out the hammer.
Yeah, okay, so Mantablack showing that they can still match the aggression of Lob, showing that they can still take fights. Now I think they're going to be riding heavily the double Zuka that they picked up. They're going to probably pop a Zuka to flush out the sides here. Approaching that choke that Lob got stuck on, how are they going to be any different? Out comes the Zukas, counteracted by a really, really well-placed blaster shot. And their push is already shut out.
What it seems so far, this is Mantablack's chance for, if they get a really good advantage, to get that checkpoint lead. But it seems like right now, Lob are putting out their counter push, controlling mid, and slowly making their way into street.
Yeah, they're going to have to control that top left to stop any Zukas from coming out. In comes a really good splashdown, pops right up. We love latency. they've taken out that elbow. There we go. It's gonna this map snowballs really hard, and there's no members of Mantablack anywhere to hold their footing. They have to pull something out really, really quickly to stop them from rolling straight to the finish.
And it seems like their attention are quite divided right now, but it seems like that attention divided is able to push back Lob from getting on the top, but not for long enough. With Lob, their members already coming back quite quickly, taking out multiple members of Mantablack. This is going to be through the first checkpoint, and it seems like this is going to be a knockout for Lob.
Yeah, that is a knockout from Lob. Every single one of their members was on that tower. Every single one of them helping each other win fights. And that's going to help them take game 2 and round 2 of the top cut bracket for Blue Ring Rumble 3. Very, very well played by Lob. They used every single asset they had, and they never left each other's backs, even when there was someone like Jelly hiding out behind them. They would always have each other's support, and that is what helped them triumph over Mantablack 2-0. That was very clean.
Indeed, a very, very clean 2 games from Lob. But I think Mantablack will have much to learn from this game with a team that plays their same playstyle even better than they do.
Let's not discount Mantablack here. They still played extremely well. Even pulling out that double Zuka, I think was a pretty good play there. But I think either they weren't used to playing without a cooler, and so any plays that they would have made previously sort of fell apart. Meaning anytime they would like lose a fight, they wouldn't have their specials up. You notice that first push Lob made, they were just completely out of specials, out of resources, and Lob was able to just run it straight down with everything up, all of their specials up. I think every member on Mantablack played really, really well. They just got a bit dismantled here, and that's going to be a learning experience. But congratulations to Lob. They're going on to the grand finals.
And with that, we'll be moving on to a short break before moving on to the grand finals. See you then.
Absolutely. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to Blue Ring Rumble 3. This is the grand finals of today's amazing tournament. We have Lob with a lobster emoji versus the NFT Robbers. We've had both of these teams on the stream tonight, and they're going on to the grand final, best of 5 for all of the marbles.
Indeed, these are two teams who have had quite strong tournament runs today, and with them in finals, I'm gonna love to see them duke it out, because these are two teams with quite strong and aggressive playstyles as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As we get these teams into the lobby and they start setting up, let's take a look at the map list for this grand final set. As soon as we can get that up, here we go. It is going to be the first match, Splat Zones on Umami Ruins, followed by Rainmaker on Crableg Capital, Tower Control Mako Mart, and if necessary, Clams, Museum, and Zones Ship Shape. So, we're going to see the hyper-aggressive Lob with their Cooler and their Roller and their Wiper and their ZNF playing against NFT Robbers. Do you recall what kind of weapons they played when you had them on stream earlier?
I believe NFT Robbers plays weapons similar to Lob, but also putting into account things like Nautilus and the like.
Ah, right. So they are playing heavy DPS with that Nautilus, which is going to take out players from a good distance. We might be seeing a really, really even match here, as Lob has taken out Mantablack to get to the finals here, and NFT Robbers took out Never Back Down, Never What, who never backed down and never wadded.
Never give up.
Never give up. Neither of these teams did. I hope neither of these teams do this final game. Zones on Umami Ruins. How do you think these teams will fare here?
Indeed. These are two teams who are quite aggressive, and with the split zones, they'll have to divert their attention on two sides of the map. So who they delegate to control which side of the map will probably determine who wins the first encounter.
Yes, absolutely. And I think for the remainder of the game after that first push, all of the players on both teams are going to have to rotate very frequently to maintain support for each other. Because as we saw in that last set, Lob was triumphant because they were always up, helping their teammates at all times. They always had their resources ready for a good push. Yeah. Oh, the music's getting really, really hype for this final set. Yeah, the map is very split down the middle. Of course, the zones. That's just how the map is laid out. I'm excited to see how the teams play around it as we get to Game 1 very, very soon. I think we're just waiting for either for the players to get in, I'm sure they're all in now, or for them to pick their weapons. Okay, we're on that final timer. At least 90 seconds, probably much less, before we get into it. The grand finals, Blue Ring Rumble 3. Oh, you love to see it. Interestingly, are either of these teams... Yeah, okay, so NFT Robbers is an Australian team, an Oceanic team, featuring T-Lock 1, Addict, J-Rod, Dragonuto, Harashi, and Enrage. It's crazy these guys have gotten to the end against Lob, who I think won the entire Swiss. They did not drop a single game. It's going to be a tough duel, but I'm excited to see the outcome.
Do not cut NFT Robbers short, because some of the players
Absolutely
on their
not,
team
no.
are quite strong players in the NA scene. And we're now moving on to the grand final round. The grand final round.
Lob
Umami
versus NFT Robbers.
Zones.
Double Zuka coming out from the NFT Robbers. Lob using that composition we saw in the previous round. We've got a little bit of mix-up on the Lob's side compared to the current meta, whereas you could see the NFT Robbers playing straight meta right there.
Seems like Lob will manage to take the first top mid, battling both sides of the NFT Robbers, but winning the battle, taking out two of their members, with the crowd trying their best to stop Lob from making
by
the
themselves.
It seems like Lob managed to get the zone and slowly making their way back into the...
What? They're already up here.
back into the empty Robbers base and already locking them out.
Yeah, that was really fast. Just dismantled any support that NFT Robbers had. They're slowly building up their resources. They just burned one of their Zukas, keeping them out. The Crab is out. The Cooler is out. All their resources are coming. They're going to have to start winning these fights. 2 players go down, 1 on each side. How are they going? 1 player falls off the map, 2. They don't have any footing. Lob's going to grab a bunch of points here.
Yeah, but it seems like Lob putting their attention too far up seems to be caught off guard by the flanking shot, but won't keep them off kilter for long. But it seems like Lob are already back on the field and are already trying to contest the zone that NFT Roberts is trying to take back.
Yeah, they secure control. I think they're 2 players down though on each side. Both teams waiting for their mates to come back, building their specials, getting ready for a fight just in front of the zone here. Pops a bubble on this side. 2 players down on NFT Robbers. They're scrambling to make any sort of impact. Oh, it might not be enough. They managed to neutralize the zone, but not for long. That's a very clean ending on the side of Lob against the NFT Robbers for game 1. I think that was really well performed by Lob. Both teams were playing really patient before they had their members come back, but anytime the NFT Robbers tried to make an aggressive play, Lob was ready for it and they shut it down. They had some success, of course, but it wasn't for long. They were able to hold the zone for a little bit, but ultimately didn't hold it for very long. Lob was able to take the sweep on that knockout.
But this is in fact a best of 5, so this is NFT Robbers still has the chance to take back the round from Lob, because this is just the first game, so who knows how the rest will play out.
Yeah, especially since that was Zones, a very static game mode. Now we're moving on to Rainmaker on Crableg. Rainmaker is a much more mobile mode, and of course we can see I expect to see the same composition from the NFT Robbers, purely because Crab and Double Zuka are very good here, with all of the greats around and all of the open space. I think Lob's aggression will help them out here. Will they be prepared? I think they were pretty well prepared for those Zuka. I don't think in the last game the Zukas that NFT Robbers pulled out had much impact. They're going to have to pop them at better times to shut down Lob if they want to take this next game, because Lob is ready for anything they have and they're able to act way faster at the moment. This is what we're going to have to see for NFT Robbers to take the next game.
Indeed, with quite the unconventional checkpoint layout for Crableg, I want to see how both teams will adapt their playstyles to adjust to these really wacky placements.
Yeah, I feel like NFT Robbers will be mostly going for that top right one, because they have the resources like the Crab and the Zukas to hold on to the choke there. Lob will probably also gravitate there because it is a very safe checkpoint, but they might also go the other way. Going into game 2 of the grand final, Lob versus the NFT Robbers. Rainmaker, Crableg. Let's look at the comps. Oh, interesting. We see a zap come out on the NFT Robbers and a splatter scope, and we see the same comp from Lob.
I think they might be playing the splatter scope just to have that
Frontline scope.
Oh, to try and stop the overall aggression of Lob when they try and get the checkpoints.
Oh, they had to back down instantly as soon as they lost their footing. That's unfortunate for that first fight. But Lob currently has control of mid. NFT Robbers control of their top. Let's see how this plays out.
Like Lob is currently on the back foot, losing 2 of their members, trying to go get the checkpoint, but getting distracted by the NFT Robbers members. And it seems like with that wipeout and that knockout, they're getting the first checkpoint.
Yeah, really good on that roller on the grates there, stopping any form of advancement. Here comes Drift T with the Rainmaker, able to squeeze out as much points as possible. Those rolls, they've got it to 4 points in the first minute they've played here. This is not looking good for the Robbers.
And it seems like they might get the knockout very soon because Lob has not vacated the base and they get the knockout quite quickly. That was one of the quickest games I have ever seen.
That was really, really fast and really, really well played from Lob because they were able to lock down all the space they needed every single moment. You saw that roller hold the checkpoint in front of checkpoint at the start there, and as soon as they pushed to 4, every single member was right there with their specials to stop any advancement. NFT Robbers had some resources. They weren't able to put them to good use. You saw that crab pop out, got shut down instantly. They were sort of scrambling to defend there. Lob was able to take that really, really, really quick game. It was like a minute something. It's crazy.
Yeah. Indeed. And now we're moving on to Mako Mart Tower Control, which notoriously has quite a snowbally final few checkpoints.
Yeah, it sort of does, especially if you don't know that you have to defend from left. See a lot of players not defending from the left side once the enemy passes that first checkpoint. Yeah, this is possibly a championship point. Is that what we tournament point? Championship point. Yeah, possibly the last point of the tournament. But surely the NFT Robbers can pull something together to hold Lob out in this game 3.
Because Lob will most likely be sticking to the comp they've been playing for the past few games. So NFT Robbers will have to adjust to not only the aggression on this map, but also just the map mode in general.
Yeah, it seems to be working really, really well for them. It's like, they've got their cooler, they've got their really good specials they're using. Bubbler, I don't see a lot of Big Bubbler in play. Also, don't see a lot of V-Roller in our OCE scene, but it seems to be working really well. The person playing Roller is doing an excellent job of keeping at the perfect distance and striking at the perfect time to make use of all of their good positioning. It's pretty impressive how well that's going out. We're gonna have to see what NFT Robbers pulls in to counteract these assassinative plays. Is that a word? Assassinative? Assassin plays. These plays that are with assassins. Match point, that's what we like to see. Game 3, Lob versus NFT Robbers, tower control on Mako Mart. Let's see the comps. Pulling out the same thing, but with a 52 gal on the NFT Robbers. And Lob sticking to the same thing, but with an ink brush instead of an ZNF. That's very interesting.
They're just going without a backline. Let's see how that plays out with the NFT Robbers having a pencil out. So, and it seems like Lob already having quite the strong opening, taking control of the map.
Yeah, I mean, Lob is leaning fully into that Sharky aggressive playstyle with 3 weapons to benefit from it. The Wiper, the Brush, and the Roller. They're able to take as much space as they need, though. NFT Robbers really needs to play a little bit slower here. Because look, this Brush is about to flank them. They need to be able to lock down all of the spots. They're just being picked out at every moment.
It seems like they did not notice the Brush at all. So the Brush takes out 2 members of the NFT Robbers, potentially a third. And it seems like they only leave the pencil left. This might be another quick game in the favor of Lob.
I'm sure NFT Robbers can pull it through. They need to lock down the right spots. They don't have anybody defending from left at the moment, and that's going to let any flanks that Lob needs. Oh, some good picks coming out from Harash and Pencil. That's 3 down on the side of Lob. This is going to be a wipe. It's going to be a bit of a delayed one, but they still have control of the mid.
But it seems like the Wiper did their job of distracting most of the NFT Robbers, trying to give the rest of Lob enough time to respawn and just make their way back into mid.
Yep, NFT Robbers using all of their specials at the moment. They pop their Cooler, they pop their Crab. They've currently got a Zuka, which I suspect they might use on the plat. There's a fight happening down in the left pit there. The Roller's got her special. We'll see how that plays out. Ooh,
Seems like the Brush, the Prot comes in with a surprise, with Hime Dayo going for plat and the Tacticular. I think Lob is going to go for another oppressive push.
Yeah, I mean, this roller and this brush are working really, really well together to hold as much space as they need. The roller, they've locked down the grab entirely. No, they dropped. Never mind. But it's all good because Lob's still got players on that tower. And Dragon Nuto. Oh, they managed to get out.
Ooh,
it's okay.
Dragon Nuto with a
Separated
close
from their
call
team.
with the Stamper. But it seems like the Stamper managed to kill the pencil, being a little too close to the ledge, and it seems like Lob are already making their way, controlling the entire side of NFT Hoppers.
Yeah, we've got that shot we saw escape the fights. Is sort of holding down mid. They're about to get pincered though. Taken out. Yellow's got control of their plat right now. They need to get some players on that flank because Dragon Knight over on the side is pulling their weight on this team at the moment. Holding that position for anyone who might take that flank.
It seems like NFT Robbers are trying their hardest to push out Lob from their own base. And it seems like they're still getting caught by surprise by the brush, putting them back into right court.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a fight going down in pit. The laser's taken out, plus the crab. Got Wiper hiding in mid. Everybody's waiting for their teammates to come back before they can make a bit of a play. Seeing players jump out. That was an unfortunate special right there. Oh, and NFC Robbers have taken space. Lobs lost some of their ground. The roller, Himedeo, not pulling as much as they wanted to right there. Now, NFT Robbers really need to like hold onto the ground that they take because Lob is just dropping and taking them out.
It seems like Lob's strategy right now is just to distract NFT Robbers from the advantage they have with the brush just being annoying. It just seems to distract NFT Robbers from staying on the tower and just trying to get the point because they just constantly are in your face and you just can't ignore them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pencil on NFT Robbers is doing really well at the moment. The coolers, I'm not feeling the impact of at the moment, but I can definitely feel it on Lob because they're sort of rolling it out and winning the fights that they need to. It seems like they're going to be just pressuring this plat, holding onto the tower for the rest of the game, maybe trying to push it further, but they don't really need to. Like, all they really need to do is hold on to it, but it would be great if they could get any more ground. NFT Robbers dropping, scrambling to take out any players they can find. That's a 3 down though, but they all had cooler, I think. No, they didn't. Okay, this is the last chance that NFT Robbers has to survive the tournament. Rollers are all by themselves on the side.
Indeed, they cannot let any distractions Lob pulls out to move away their attention from getting that lead. They get past the first checkpoint, but it seems like Lob are trying their hardest and seem to take back the tower, winning this round and being the grand final winners of Blue Ring Rumble 3.
Absolutely, that was a very, very... I would say that was a close match, personally. Even though the scores were a bit separated, both teams had great control of the map throughout the whole game. It was just Lob that was able to take advantage of the space they took, and ultimately take the grand final 3-0. Congratulations to Lob for winning Blue Ring Rumble 3. That was really, really fun to watch and fun to bring to you all today.
Indeed.
Well, that was really fun to watch. I personally, as an Oceanic player, have not seen a lot of roller be played. I've seen brushes. We have a lot of brushes here, but vanilla roller isn't a thing you really see usually. And I think it was played extremely well here. It was one of the reasons Lob was able to play so well, because the whole team was supporting that roller, and the roller was supporting who they needed to, particularly the brush in that last game.
And I think this will be the end of the tournament and the stream. Where can we find you on social media, Cookie?
Where can we find me on social media? There's my @ right there. You can find me on Twitter. Through there, you could find my YouTube if you're interested in that. I mean, I would hope that you do because it's really cool. But just follow me on Twitter. See what kind of stuff I'm doing. It's all good. Thank you very much for watching and having me on today. It's very, very fun.
And you can find me on Twitter and Twitch with my @K_Olivy. No, I do not tweet or stream as often as I used to, but maybe you might like what you see. So this is the two of us signing out. We hope to see you next time. See ya.
Take it easy. Have a good one.
And if you enjoyed this stream, I've been at YesOwen. You can find me on Twitter. Thank you. Good night.